Sharon! Hello, cats and kittens. We are live, and welcome to a tribute to Ozzy with James and crew. So I thought I'd start with Ozzy yelling to Sharon because he used to do that all the time. So welcome in, everybody. Today we'll be talking about Ozzy. Shut up, YouTube. Um, and his legacy and what he meant to people in heavy metal in general. And we'll be telling you all about that pretty soon. But also, I don't have any albums of Ozzy or any Black Sabbath, but I do have Ozzy's Boneyard on StreamYard, so I can listen. Not StreamYard, sorry, Sirius XM, so I can listen to all the Ozzy I want there, and other heavy metal artists as well. And also, Dawson and I are going to reprise our top 10 list of Ozzy and Black Sabbath songs later in the show. And now I'm going to do my shout outs. Hello, Victoria, and everybody on Twitch, Carbo, Christor, Veramit, Gigi, and whoever else I missed out on. Dave and Jen, always got to give a shout out to you guys. We love you here. We miss you. And Kate and Michael Noland and Royce in the house. And now we're going to move over to my my co-host Dawson, and he's going to tell us about Motley Crue.
Hey, this is a Rampage video. Let the madness begin.
Yes.
I think I'll start off just kind of get something off my chest. I know I'm not seeing the same bands that, let's say it's like The Who in 1973, the Stones in 72, or some metal band that was in their prime in the 80s. I'm not seeing the original members, mostly the original members of a band, or I'm not being sold what in a band in their prime. And I know like a lot of fans are being marketed to as such, as that they're seeing what they're going to get or what they're going to pay for. I went about, I think, 6 months in 2018 where I didn't go to any concerts. I didn't listen to any metal or any hard rock or anything because I was so ticked off that I wasn't getting the experience that I would have gotten in a band in their prime. And I know I'm not seeing that, and I know a lot of fans aren't getting what they think what the band represents. Like when people saw Elvis in 1975 to 77, they thought that was like the best version of what it was. And it wasn't. Maybe Elvis in maybe 68, maybe Elvis in 57. That was the best Elvis, best versions of it. And I'm not getting the best version of what it's presented. But I boycotted. I boycotted rock. I boycotted everything for 6 months, and even in the early 2020s, I just didn't do it. And the bands may use auto tune or modify things or whatever. But what am I going to do? No, I'm not going to like listen to music. So I kind of had to get that off because I know that I'm not getting what I think I probably should be getting. And a lot of people say like, oh, rock and roll is dead, or rock and roll whatever. And I've seen 32 bands this year. I'm going for 52 this year. So every week I'm going to see a rock band. I'm shooting for that. And I've had some of the best experiences this year. So some of the bands maybe they are closer to to prime, and some bands were completely off. But that's what you get. That's rock and roll. It's not supposed to be perfect. And I'm completely aware of it. There's a lot of fans that are not aware of that they're seeing a different version of a band that they're being marketed to, and that's fine. I'm not going to quit rock and roll. It's stupid. I just love the feeling of the experience of a rock show. And there are maybe some young bands out there that are like Stone 72, uh, the Who 73, or whatever band is like in the super top echelon of rock. So I thanks for like kind of listening, bearing with me for that.
No
And
problem.
I just love rock and roll no matter what form it is. If you see somebody out there with a guitar and a leather jacket and doing some just rocking out, doing some dance, that's what I like. That's what rock and roll is all about.
Oh yeah, I
That's
have
what
to
I'm
agree
here
with that
for.
100%. Yes, definitely.
And with that, Motley Crue was awesome. I had the crew experience. I felt like I had what I was there for. Tickets were My friend gave me a ticket, by the way, so I wasn't really losing anything there. There was very. I'll just go with the Ozzy references here. The
Okay.
first band was Extreme. Their encore was Crazy Train. They pulled it off, freaking awesome. Nuno Betancourt was there for Back to the Beginning, so I had a piece of the Back to the Beginning again.
Nice.
Tesla, well, they were a little different. They have their own niche, I guess. The singer was a little difficult to listen to, but I tell you, Frank Hannon, 20 the last several years, he has some solo albums that are original riffs. The drums are kicking, and the vocals, whoever's doing them, are just they're on point. That's what you want to listen to at this time.
Mm-hmm.
And Motley Crue, they just came back from their residency in Vegas. I'm like, okay, let's see what we're doing here. It was like boom, 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 song after song. The production, the way they use the stage, they tightened that up. They tightened it up. Their performance, it was like a well-oiled machine. And someone for Motley Crue, let's say maybe they don't didn't have the most discipline. That was just like a great show. I really like when they switch sides, and then Nikki's on this side, and John Five is on the other side, and they switch around and they do the backup vocals. And Vince, at least the first few songs, he really gave it his all. Pure rock
Oh.
and roll. Motley Crue with like the screams and everything, like those howls, the growls, and yelps, and uh, the he was on key for a few of those tunes. They just went right out of the gate, and Tommy Lee's pounding on those drums. The music, just even just the music, the backline was what you would expect. And you're rolling the dice. It's a rock and roll band. Of course, yeah. Obviously, I'd like to see Roger Daltrey again, or like a band that has whatever band has original members. Who knows? And that they
Mm-hmm.
sound great to the vocals and whatever. But hey, that's rock and roll, and
Oh yeah.
we had a fun time. We shouted at the devil again.
That's amazing. And how long was the show?
The show was Motley Crue played for about an hour and a half. The band before had solid 45 minutes, and then the band before that maybe around the same time. So let's say gates open at the show starts at 6:30 and it goes till 11, but the band stopped at like 10:35.
Oh, a little earlier than expected.
So around 3 hours.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah, that's a decent time. Now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the show. We're going to be talking about Ozzy Osbourne. Yes, so I'm going to start with my Ozzy and Black Sabbath songs, my top 10. I'm not going to go from 10 to number one. I'm just going to go from 1 to 10. Doesn't really matter because they're all mixed in between. So here's my list: Mama, I'm Coming Home, No More Tears, Crazy Train, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, Iron Man, Mr. Crawley, Black Sabbath, War Pigs, Children of the Grave, and Sabra Cadabra as my number 10. So that's my list. And now we're going to go over to Dawson. He's going to read his list out.
So I'll go from 10 to 1. 10, Facing Hell. 9, Loner. 8, Mr. Crowley. 7, Desire. 6, Sweet Leaf. 5, Flying High Again. 4, I Don't Wanna Stop, Stop, Stop. 3, Paranoid. 2, Iron Man. 1, it is not War Pigs. It is not Mama, I'm Coming Home. It's Crazy
I
Train.
knew it was going to be
Uh,
Crazy Train. I knew it. I just knew it. Yes.
yeah, you
Good
do it
good
for
choice.
Friday.
Good choice. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, yeah. All right. Now, my co-host here is going to give us a little biography about Ozzy Osbourne.
Yep, and you're probably wondering why, listeners, fans, and crew, that maybe War Pigs isn't on the list, or Mama, I'm Coming Home, or No More Tears. But this is Dotson's favorite top 10 list of
Yeah.
the Ozzy Osbourne songs. If I did like a fan favorite, yeah, again, it probably would have taken. I did kind of do a fan favorite thing, but I think we decided on like favorite songs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not here to please the audience. I'm here to please me. Haha. Okay, little biography on Ozzy. Ozzy was born in the mid 40s. Wow, 40s! Holy, that was a long time ago.
Wow. Yeah.
The mid 40s in Ashton, Birmingham. So Ashton was a kind of like a council house area in Birmingham in the UK. And the he had several sisters and a couple brothers. The was a pretty poor family growing up post war. So one of his early memories as a kid was running around his neighborhood, and there was a house, and then just like a bombed out foundation of a house, and they didn't really know it at the time, but they're just running around, smashing refrigerators and smashing glass and running around. It was like a playground. And over by the canal where we see they had tributes to Ozzy and everything, over by the canal there was um, a lot of like broken foundation, or the fences were broken, and you could kind of hop in and
Mm-hmm.
play army men, and probably a lot of it wasn't safe. There's broken glass or wires, electricity, and things that were just scattered all over the place. But that was post-war Britain, and that's how a lot of the kids, and they go out to play. That was their entertainment. Actually, it would have been kind of fun, just letting loose and throwing bricks around and doing whatever.
Yeah, I'm praying you don't hit anybody in the face.
Nope.
Hey, Zeb, welcome in.
Welcome in, Zeb. Shout out to our longtime listeners. I've been doing this for a while, and you guys, if you tune in every week, uh, that's that's great. You're the guys who make this happen, the ladies and gentlemen of the audience, and we're here to do that for you.
Oh, definitely, yes.
Okay, so this yeah, it all comes together and how the music is formed. Um, for a lot of kids growing up in the UK at the time, maybe I mean, especially North UK, that was pretty rough. As if you've watched Train Spotters, but even in London or even places outside of that, uh, there was maybe not a lot of choices. They would grow up to do maybe what their parents' profession was, or they would go in the factory, or they would just help clean up UK and get her together after the war. And there's
Hmm.
still maybe a lot of pollution in the air after all the factories were manufacturing, um, you know, wartime equipment or rations. So a lot of people were in that kind of mindset. And yeah, I think early in Ozzy's life, he did go to petty crime. And what was the one thing where uh, he tried breaking into the TV store, but he dropped the TV on the way out, got caught by the cops, and he said they were like, okay, if you do something like that again, that you're going to go to jail.
And
So
they
I
just
think
let him
that the
go.
next time, what's
Wow.
that?
They just let him go.
Yeah, they let him go the one time.
Oh,
So a few days later, he tried breaking into a kids' clothing store, tried
oh
stealing
my
baby
God.
clothes, and his gloves were he had the holes in the fingers because that's all he can get. He couldn't get regular gloves; they had holes in their fingers. And the, on the way out, he was dropping things, and they're like, "Hey, we caught you." I don't know if they caught him right on the spot, but he didn't have holes in the fingers. And when they did the fingerprint thingy, they caught him because they didn't have holes in there. So I think he probably spent. There was one time he spent one night in arrested, and then there was another where it was about three days arrested.
Hmm.
So he's like after maybe stealing candy bars or kids' clothes or whatever, he had to kind of pay the price. So at that time in juvenile, he learned how to make tattoos. So that's where he stitched two happy faces on his knees and the Aussie on his fists, his fingers. So he made his own tattoos. He said it was really painful, but he didn't really know how to occupy himself in jail, so he just made tattoos for himself and for some of the other inmates. That's kind of like my stream my stream of thought. It's like
Hmm.
biography. Go to the like very beginning, like as
Hello,
early as I can
Tim.
remember. Tim.
Sharon Osbourne says doctors told Ozzy that he was too sick for that final concert, but he ignored them. But
Oh
I'm
my
glad
god.
he was stubborn and he actually went and did the show because, it meant a lot to him to be there, and the fans were happy he did. And when I saw some of the footage on YouTube where he was sitting there in the chair and he wanted to get up, he wanted to stand up and just start rocking out, and all the fans were like, "Yeah!" But I was saying in my mind, Ozzy, sit down. You're weak. You can't stand up. You can still sing, but sit down. We don't want you getting hurt on the stage. But that was like that's how determined he was. And now back to Dawson.
I was like, hey, like stand up, like rock and roll. Let's see what happens. But yeah, as Tim says, like, wow, if the doctors were saying no, I mean, I probably thought maybe some recommendations were saying no, but I didn't know um, how how bad the condition was or whatever. So yeah, that was like kind of alarming. Yeah, you learn a lot of things in retrospect.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay,
So yeah,
Sarah.
he Ozzy got home and his parents were like really upset. He really felt he let them down, and he knew his his mom would work all day, and then his dad would work all night, so he'd kind of barely see any of them, and his brothers and sisters were taking small jobs here and there whenever he could. So,
Mhm.
um, oh, of course,
Oh
yeah,
yes, definitely.
yeah. You gotta push through that through those challenges. So his dad was like, "Hey, I got you a PA system." He's like, I know you've maybe you feel disappointed or whatever, and our parents are working hard here, and I see that you've been showing some kind of aptitude in singing, so here is this PA system. And it was like a large amount of time, that like several weeks pay, maybe even a month pay at the time for having that. But when he showed that he was able to excel in something, his dad got him that. And even in the Osbournes podcast 2023, or interviews throughout Ozzy's time, he said that one of his most important moments, if not the most important moment, was obviously discovering the Beatles' "She Loves You" on a trucker AM radio or whatever they used for
Hmm.
that. But then it was that getting that PA system to kind of kick off everything.
Hmm.
And I think like some people do biography as in what starts earliest, or they kind of give a whole, like a brief summary of the whole careers. But that's kind of where I went to. That's the working class attitude, and the effort and the fortitude that, because of that PA system, Ozzy forged his way, doing it his own way throughout his career, and that's what got things kick started for the Prince of Darkness.
Yes. Uh-huh. I love it. Yeah. I think Ozzy had a little rough start in his life, but then when he got his passion in music, that really took over. And I did watch a documentary on him um, a few months back, like a couple of days after he died last summer. And I never knew that he was married before.
Yeah, he was married for about a decade to Thelma Osborne, and they had a couple of kids. I think Lewis and someone else. Yeah, they were married throughout Black Sabbath in the '70s for most of it.
Hmm. Yeah, I just think, like, because when I first knew about him, a lot more was back in the early 2000s when they had the Osbournes TV show that I used to watch on A&E. And that's how I found out about him because I knew he was with Sharon, he had Kelly, he had Jack, but I didn't know he had an older daughter at the time. And then when I saw the documentary, that's when I found out he had other kids with from another marriage. And because I always knew him being with Kelly, not Kelly, sorry, Kelly's his daughter. I get them mixed up sometimes. So Sharon, what I always thought he was just married to Sharon the whole time, and I never knew that until that documentary confirmed it for me that he was married before. I'm like, oh, he was married before. Well, that's something new I didn't know. But he was in Black Sabbath at the time when he was married to the first wife, wasn't he?
Hmm.
Yeah. And when did they kick him out of the band?
They kicked him out of the band in '79. There was a brief period in recording the Never Say Die album in '78, where Ozzy, he wasn't like kicked out, but he just went. He didn't go missing, but he was just out of it. Like he was kind of burnt out. Is they're like Ozzy, we just started recording the Never Say Die. Like, where are you? We have to get Dave Walker from another band for some sessions, and there you can hear some recordings of Dave Walker. So it was just kind of like a confusion moment for Ozzy, but they got through the album, and in '79 or whatever, they finished the tour. And they're like, okay, they got Bill Ward, and they're like, Bill, we have to tell Ozzy he's too messed up right now. He's he's taking too many substances. And so Bill was like, "Hey, the mates have agreed, got together, and we have to kick you out of the band." And so then then that Ozzy went to LA and lived in a motel for a while. So so that's when he was kicked out around '79.
And was this about the time he met Sharon?
Yeah, so well that's when they started kind of really falling for each other, because when he went to LA in around '79, he was like, I still have a wife back home. I have wife and kids back home. I've been doing what I can. I've been sending money back. I've been, making some phone calls once in a while when I get a chance. But um, he really just kind of had to kind of let loose in the motel. And if you watch Under the Graveyard music video, that was kind of like what it was like at that time, kind of like, um, fooling around with other women, just binging as much as you can,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, you know just staying in the hotel for 3 days straight with the curtains shut. Yeah, it was pretty pretty gnarly at that time.
Yeah.
But he met Sharon, I think, probably he could have met it as soon as he signed to Black Sabbath, because Sharon was one of the secretaries, receptionists at the front office for Don Arden's Jet Records. And then I think it was around Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, where it wasn't just she was the receptionist and he was the singer. I think that they were interacting more often, and uh, you could kind of really tell around volume 4, when they were spending more time in LA, and maybe they were closer together. They had more bonding, obviously. So it just kind of like progressed from there.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, like, yeah, they knew each other in the early '70s, maybe more professionally,
No
but of
problem, Zeb.
course, things were weaving in and out as the '70s progressed.
And that's when we started to real. That's I don't know how I found out about Ozzy Osbourne, but I knew even back then what I know now. Sharon was his rock. Sharon was always there for him, even though they had their arguments once in a while. But Sharon was his rock, and she helped him through a lot of stuff he was going through. And no matter how in pain he was, he wanted to help. He wanted to be there for his fans. He wanted to rock out on the stage. He just wanted to do everything that he could, even if it pained him to do it. Am I right?
Yeah, so yeah, it looks like he kind of like went off on the rules that the doctors advised him. But if I look at that performance, and who else was on there? The best of the best of heavy metal, Metallica. He had to follow Metallica, uh, Guns N' Roses, the All Stars, and it didn't hinder the performance. whatsoever. It looked like it was natural that, Ozzy Osbourne, at the top, the headliner, and Black Sabbath, the headliner. As far as the music goes, I wasn't disappointed in any way. It was like a natural progression. I was glad he followed. That's a lot of pressure. I didn't realize that till after I read the book, his recent book, that he had to follow those acts, and they gave it their all. Yeah, Ozzy's voice is so unique, and how it blends so well with the guitar, and
Oh yeah,
that
definitely.
that, that vibrato, and the double tracking, the way there's a slight echo to his voice, and he harmonizes with that voice, and it projects all the way into the crowd. So technically, yeah, technically, that what he was able to accomplish was great, as,
Hmm.
as far as that goes.
Yeah, he really pulled it off that night. Like what I was not expecting him to actually go through with it because he was very sick and he was told that you shouldn't do this. You're not well. You're not feeling your best. But he was stubborn like that. And that's what I like about Ozzy. He wanted to be there for the fans. He's because I think in his mind, I don't even know if Sharon knew, but I think in his mind he knew he was dying, and he wanted to give the fans something special to remember him by. That's why he wanted to do the show. I think that's my theory anyway.
Could Yeah, it could be. You're definitely not wrong there. I think that maybe, um, I think Sharon does push Ozzy sometimes, and there's been, even times on the Osbournes where, yeah, there were some arguments and disagreements. It's just a different kind of relationship, I guess. Normally, it's like the man takes the lead in most aspects of a relationship, and the woman is quite supportive, and that they have a kind of loving relationship, and they support each other's interests. And but yeah, this one is kind of an anomaly. It's like your wife is your wife, and your wife is your manager, and, there's so many like aspects that are so intertwined in in that. There, of course, there's a lot behind the scenes, and yeah, you're probably again managing a team of dozens of people, and if not hundreds of the crew, making the whole thing happen, making the calls and setting up the equipment, and doing the booking and touring. It's a whole organization, and a year. Like Tom Morello was talking,
Got a cramp
this was a
now.
year in the making. But I believe that there would be something significant, like at the end of all the, is it going to happen, is it not going to happen, what's it going to do. If you've watched me through Royce in the House for the last year, the whole time while things were going back and forth, I'm like, it's going to happen. Like something significant, something magic will happen, and it sure did. It sure damn did.
And when I saw Steven Tyler on the stage when Kate sent me that clip, I'm like, what? Steven Tyler? I was like, no way, no way, this is not happening. I'm seeing things. I must be dreaming. This is not happening. But his voice was perfect. He had no problems. He hit all the notes. And when I saw the mic with the scarves on, I said, I know who this is coming out right now. I know who this is. And when I saw Steven Tyler hit the stage, I was like, oh, no way. I'm like, no way this is happening. I'm like, bruh, what's happening here? I must be dreaming, but that was a real moment for me. I was crying. I had tears in my eyes seeing Steven Tyler up there on the stage rocking out, and the crowd went wild. I was like, I was not expecting that, and that's how Kate felt too when she saw that YouTube clip. I was like, whoa, and he was like, walk this way, talk this way, like he was hitting those high notes like he was in his early 20s. That's what it felt like to me. I was like, whoa, he's showing those signs of pain. He's doing well. So but imagine we had tickets, Dawson. Imagine we were there at the live show to see Ozzy that night. That would have been, oh my god. I don't know what I would have done if I had the chance to be there. That would have been the most amazing moment of my life. Just being there in the presence of the Prince of Darkness. That would just be like, wow, you and me there at that concert with Tim, with Royce, with Dan, uh, Michael Nolan, maybe even Kate being there, everybody to experience that live would have been just an amazing experience. And then a week later, he passed away. I'm getting through this. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. I'm going to be okay. I'm strong. I'm strong. Come on, James. Be like tough like Clint Eastwood. You can do this. It's emotional, but yes, the show must go on no matter what. And was Judas Priest there too?
So they weren't there because they had touring commitments in Europe. They were opening for Accept, possibly, or the Scorpions. Yes, they were on tour with the Scorpions. They sent a video to the live, and it might have been on the same day. I know they definitely had where they had a little tribute video where they said, "Hey, we're Judas Priest. We can't make it, but have a great show, Ozzy. We love you." And then possibly War Pigs. They Judas Priest recorded War Pigs as a charity single. I think they had some Ozzy vocals on there, edited onto it. But
Nice.
they definitely had a full. They had the Judas Priest version of War Pigs that they had a music video that they put on either that same day or shortly afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Because it
Yeah.
was two tours in a row or two legs of the tour where Ozzy had to cancel and Judas Priest was opening, and Priest were like, "Hey, we got a tour too, man." So they were very supportive the whole way through, and as much as they wanted to be there, they had to they had to keep touring.
Yeah. And what about Iron Maiden? Were they there?
I don't think so. No, no, they weren't there. I don't think I've seen any tribute videos, but maybe something afterwards at some point. No, Iron Maiden were not there.
Uh, well, Metallica was,
Of
weren't they?
course.
Yeah. Um, you know what? You know what would have been shocking? Even though they're not metal, I could actually see the Who being there.
Shocking.
I think the Who would have fit in because they play loud. Do you think they
Yeah, if
would have
they
fit
did
in?
some kind of like 70s version where they would have like Cream and Deep Purple and whatever up there, but no, it looked like it was mostly 80s heavy metal.
Yeah, but another group, well, that would have fit in at the time if they were still together would have been the Beatles, because actually, if you really listen to it, Helter Skelter, I think that was the start of heavy metal. If you really listen to the song, it does sound like a metal song, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say the Beatles invented metal because that song really says it all. Like that last part with the guitar, down, 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 down. At the end there before Ringo says, "I got blisters on my fingers." I mean, that heavy guitar right there shows you that that could have been heavy metal. or even Revolution with the heavy guitars. That sounds like heavy metal as well to me. And right now, I'm just looking at your face, and if your hair was in a ponytail in the back, you could be a dead ringer for Ringo right now with the shade. Because he's got the beard. You got the beard like Ringo. You got Ringo vibes all over you right now.
Yeah, like late 80s, early 90s Ringo vibes.
Yeah. So do you have any not Zeppelin, I mean Ozzy solo albums and Black Sabbath?
Yeah, I've got pretty much all of them on CD and a good handful of them on vinyl. Both
Oh wow.
both Ozzy and Sabbath. I made sure that I had, I think, at least every one up to Scream album. So I have at least in one format, every Ozzy up to 2010, and every Sabbath with Ozzy except for Never Say Die, because I just couldn't find a decent version of it.
Wow.
The other ones were kind of like beat up. I wanted something that was more listenable.
Mm-hmm. How many Black Sabbath albums are there in total, like studio albums?
With Ozzy or okay, so total,
Like all together, even without Ozzy,
there's
everything that they've done.
probably 17
Wow, that's a lot. That's a
at
lot
least.
for one band.
I could try to count them for you.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to know. I'm curious now.
Black Sabbath, Paranoid, Master of Reality, Volume 4, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, Sabotage. No, so okay, so after Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath was 73. Yeah, okay, Sabotage 6, 7, Technical Ecstasy, 8, Never Say Die, and then Heaven and Hell, Mob Rules, Born Again, Seventh Star, Born Again. What happened after that one? Yeah, Seventh Star. Here's where it gets a little confusing, but let's say seven, that's number 12. The eighth album, it's not going to be in order now.
Okay.
The eighth album was at one point. Well, they had TYR. They had Cross Purposes. They had. There was one with the big cross on it in 1989 when Death Calls. I think Brian May plays a guitar solo on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to come back to that name later. So that's 15.
Okay.
And then they had Dehumanizer when Dio came back. That's like 16. At the end of the 90s, they had Forbidden. And then they didn't make one until 13. So there we go. There's 18 albums.
Hey, Dark Wizard.
Oh, Eternal Idol. Okay. I
Uh-huh.
missed that one.
Headless Cross.
Headless Cross. There we go. So those were
And a word I'm gonna butcher if I say it, so you try to go for it, Dawson. I don't know what this.
yeah, TYR. So
Okay.
I missed the first two. So yeah, Headless Cross was that one. So we're at about 18. I think, what did I say? What did I said, like 17? So
Yeah.
yeah, they had 18 albums.
Dark Wizard saved our asses.
Wizard, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to you, baby. Yep, he saved us and found out some more Aussie stuff we didn't know about. Well, Yeah, but 17 albums, that's pretty good. Did they have any live albums?
Yeah, they had Sabbath live. Yep, yep, I got
Dehumanizer.
that one there. Yeah,
All
that was
right.
when Dio came back in around '92. Uh, they had Live Evil. They had one with Ozzy at the end of the '70s that they didn't put out till a long time after. So I think that would have been, I forget what title that was. And then they had the Live Evil, the controversial one with Dio, and then any Sabbath live albums. I I think they obviously had the End live.
13 is with Ozzy 2013.
Oh damn. Okay, so if I include 13, I don't remember if I included that. Yeah, could have been up to 19.
Mm-hmm.
Usually good with that stuff. Um, they had Gathered in Their Masses. They had the End live. They had the Live Evil, and then they had the one with Ozzy in the '70s. So there's at least four kind of official ones, and then you'd have a bunch of unofficial ones with the other singers. But those are the four main ones.
Ah. Oh, he's got another one. Forbidden. Wow,
Yep.
we're on a roll here. This is great. Reunion 1998 2 CD 2 with two full
Oh
studio
yeah, that
songs
one.
added
That
at
was
the
that was
end.
amazing. I have that
Ah.
one too.
All right, Tim's got some more. We got Ozzy's favorite bands ever: the Beatles, AC/DC with Bon Scott. We have Alice in Chains, Guns N' Roses, Judas Priest, Led Zeppelin, Megadeth, Metallica, Motorhead. Wow, and the list goes on. I love it, Tim. Yeah, we're reunion. Yeah, we're getting all the information we need right here. And Tim, I don't know where to get all your sources from, but you are just an encyclopedia of the music news, and we love it. Past Lives is an extended live at last, and it contains some excellent 1970 to 1975 live recordings. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how far back do they go? Do they go to back to the late 60s or?
Yeah, I think 1968 as Earth. Uh, I think it could have been '68. The Polka Toke Blues Band, Earth. There's another. They had a couple odd names, and then Black Sabbath.
Wow.
Yeah, Past Lives had some great recordings of Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, and Sabotage. Some of those songs, when you have that live with the crowd and the distorted guitar and Ozzy's like supersonic whining vocals, that was some great stuff.
Oh, Tony Iommi was even in Jethro Tull for a month before starting Sabbath. Oh, wow. Lots of great bootlegs out there. I can imagine.
Yeah, listen to the sound Black Sabbath soundboard.
Mm.
That's an hour of great
Mm.
Sabbath stuff. You really
My
hear it
favorite
live.
Sabbath albums are Sabotage, Never Say Die, and Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. I'm sick to death of the first four. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, you're sounding like Jorgen because Jorgen says he's sick of some certain songs that they overplay a lot. Oh, yeah. There are some songs that can annoy you at times, but you never know. But yeah, I saw OG Sabbath lineup live 2005. Oh wow, that's so cool, Ted.
Woohoo!
You're lucky. I think we're the only two here that have not seen Sabbath live, but that would have been cool with Ozzy in it. Oh, imagine.
Well, I've seen like I didn't see the original members, but I have seen Black Sabbath.
Mm. No, I've never seen them live, but that would have been cool. Yeah, but you're lucky, Zeb. You got to see Ozzy in it. Yeah.
So
Now,
in a
how?
few days on Tony Iommi will be going live on his YouTube. Tony Iommi live on YouTube in a few days. I don't know what time it is because it's British Standard, but if you go to his channel, he'll be going live. I sent him a message on the chat. I said, "Thank you, Tony, for the 13 album." And hope, hey, that'd be cool to like ask some questions or talk to Tony live on there. But that's kind of like a little update, little live update for you guys.
Yeah. Oh, same year I saw Brian Wilson and his band live too. Rosekill 2005, also two Sonic Youth concerts. Wow. You really get around there, Zeb. You've seen a lot more concerts than I ever have in my lifetime. Well, that's pretty cool, man.
Brian
Yep.
Wilson, oh you lucky son of a gun, because with Brian, he's a genius, like above like the upper echelon of songwriters of all time. Wow, that yeah, seeing him, wow, would be great.
That would be. Yeah. Well, Mason would like that because Mason's a big Beach Boys fan, so he would be all over that like a hot potato. I do like the Dio fronted Sabbath better. I love Ozzy better as a solo artist. You know what? I have to agree. I like his solo work a lot too. I was also going to see Motorhead. It was only 1 kilometer or kilometer from where I lived at the time. Wow. But I was tripping, so I couldn't go anywhere. Oh no, that's not good. Hey, Jorgen. All right.
Whoa,
Put the linky out for Mr. Jorgen and let's bring him up.
yeah, Zeb, just follow the noise. Follow. You could probably
Just
hear Motorhead from miles away. Just have to lean into that direction.
just follow your nose like Toucan Sam. Just follow your nose. It
Follow
always
your
knows.
nose.
And just keep going with it. Hey, Jenny, welcome in. Hello, we're talking about Ozzy Osbourne today. We're giving our tribute to him today when it was actually on Wednesday, but I decided to do my first tribute to Ozzy. And you know what? You don't have to have all the albums or anything like that to talk about him. I want to give him, I'm a fan. I don't know most of all the songs, but I know most of it. And I used to watch the Osbournes back in the day, and that was a good series. And now they have an Osbournes TV show series. You can watch it all on YouTube. Oh yeah, he's asking for the link. Do you want me to put it out, or do you got it?
Oh no, I got it.
Okay, all right. Seen Ozzy in '81 and '82, then in Reunion '99. Seen Dio in Rainbow twice, '76 and '78, and in Sabbath in '80 and Dio in '88. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's a lot. Uh, okay, let's see here. Uh, what is the rules to be a fan of a band? What do you mean by that, Zeb? I'm confused. I'm confuzzled here.
A band. So
Oh,
I think I heard this really well on Three Sides of the Coin, which is a Kiss uh, podcast, and they're like, what makes a Kiss fan? And I think they said you you have to love the music of the band. It's okay, like you maybe have one CD, or even if you don't, if you haven't seen them live, or if you don't have a CD, if you just take some effort to learn some of the lyrics, to know what general message the band is trying to put out, and if it makes you feel good, then you're a fan of the band.
wow. I like that. Own at least one album or only. holding a 7-inch. Does that count as I'm a fan?
Yeah, yeah, because like you took the effort to get out there and to get like a piece of it. If it's not so much the financial part of it, but
Hey,
it's just
Jorgen.
like, hey, the effort of acquiring something, the drive you have to enjoy something, and even if you watch it on YouTube, if you listen to a song several times in a row, it just means you really like it. If you just play it a few times in a row and you're a fan, you like the music.
Oh, definitely. I have to agree there. So let's say hello to our other co-host, Mr. Jorgen S. How you doing?
Good evening.
And we have no echoes this time.
No.
No, but I found out from JJ that was actually all on Kate's end that was having the issues at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, did you hear her mic crackling?
On the other hand, my only source was telephone, so it's you
Yeah,
have
I
full
could hear
control.
it, so I wasn't going crazy because even JJ said that yesterday on Facebook to me that yeah, he said yeah, you weren't the only one. I heard the crackling. She must have had a faulty wire or something. All right, what's Zeb saying to you, Jorgen?
Have you bring any toilets records today?
well, let's see what. Do you have anything new today?
I always knew that Zeb and Christopher was same person.
Really? Well, Zeb, let's see what Jorgen has to show us today if he has anything. All right, making big.
Well, I was in a city
Hey,
called.
whoa, hold on. Hey, how's it going? Hey guys, I'm in my car riding home. Oh, nice. Welcome in.
Yo,
Lavelle is here. Hey, we'll be live for a while, so if you want to pop in after when you get home, you're more than welcome to join us on camera. All right, back to you, Jorgen. Sorry.
Well, I was in a city called Gävle yesterday, 2 days ago, and it is half between where I live and Stockholm, and I bought some records there. So I have a great deal of stuff to show, which also will be a vlog up from there also soon enough.
All right,
let it rip.
here we go.
It is jazz among a lot of jazz among the full length band, but no jazz among the 45s. That's how we can put it.
Ooh,
We have John Miles, Turn Yourself Loose. My first John Miles 45.
ah, not sure I know about him, but
Amazing pop singer. He'd been working a lot with Alan Parsons, and
oh, okay,
he's the man who made the song Music. Music is my first love, and so on.
okay, that sounds cool.
CCS, brother.
Ooh, nice.
We have Elvis Costello and the Attraction from Head to Toe from 1982.
Nice. Well, I know Elvis Costello. I like his music, and he's collaborated with Paul McCartney as well.
We have British group Eighth Wonder, which had Patrick Xenit on vocal, and Cross My Heart, a disco track from the 80s.
Nice.
We have Radio with Jack and Jill. Radio, that was the group with Ray Parker Jr.
Oh, wow. I like the way they spelt radio.
In my opinion, way better than when it was solo. In my opinion.
Oh, Lavelle he loves Elvis and the Attractions. That's cool. Yeah, I like Elvis too.
This is a Swedish singer called Maria Wickman and a song called Okay, jag ger mig. Okay, I give up. was the participation of the Swedish national final to the Eurovision Song Contest back in 1983.
Lavelle, who are you going to call? He'll know what I'm doing.
The Fix, Stand or Fall.
Ooh. I don't know if I know that band.
New wave-ish 80s. Swedish group Helsingfors Pop Orchestra.
Ooh.
And this is more of a comedy group. The reason I bought it is because of the B-side, Ta en kopp på Frölins, which is a Swedish comedy version of Walk on the Wild Side. Lou
Oh,
Reed.
wow.
I don't know here which is A or which is B. Atlanta Rhythm Section, So Into You and
Hey,
Everybody
Mike.
Go.
Welcome in. Nice.
The Jacksons, also one that isn't clear which is A or B. The lovely One and Bless His Soul, the Jacksons from 1980.
Oh, wow. I don't think I know those two songs.
They are from the Triumph album.
Oh.
And something I bought that is purely cult. This is the Smurf and Father Abraham.
Oh, wow. I've heard of that one. Yeah. I love that. I remember that picture. Yeah.
Let's just say that the interesting here is Father Abraham is Dutch, and they made it in Dutch from the beginning, but it became so popular, so he made it in various languages. A lot of them that he can't understand, and he speaks Swedish here, that he had no idea what it was. So he had never talked Swedish before, so he more or less learned only for this. And it's very much staccato singing, and it is. I don't know the concept why a man who dresses like this, an old man, all of a sudden gets. I want to hang out with the 3 Apple High Smurfs.
Is that beard on him fake or is it real?
I think it's real.
Ah.
But I'm not 100% though.
No.
Smurf sungen.
La 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 la. It's not that complicated song.
La 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 la.
No, not that one.
No.
2 CDs in the jazz genre. This is
Hammond. Oh, here we go, Lavelle.
Hammond organ player Joey DeFrancesco.
Ooh.
Which is a kind of he works in Jimmy Smith school. So, and it's pretty obvious here because he plays his version of Jimmy Smith songs, Jimmy Smith tracks here.
Ah.
Hammond organ jazz.
Nice.
We have Newport Jazz Festival from 1964, a tribute to Charlie Parker.
Ooh.
With J.J. Johnson, Howard McGee, Sonny Stitt, and so on.
Wow.
Max Roach. And it is, I guess it is a complete concert because it starts with spoken introduction by Father Norman O'Connor. And it's in the middle is reminiscence, Father O'Connor, and musicians. So it is purely a tribute to Charlie Parker.
Nice. And the treats just keep coming at us.
More concerts. Concert at the Palladium, Les Brown and the band of Reno and his band of Reno, 50s recording.
Ooh. That should be an interesting listen.
Shorty Rogers and Courts the Count, which is Shorty Rogers plays Count Basie.
Oh, wow.
Maynard Ferguson is here also.
Mm.
Sarah Vaughan, No Count Sarah.
1958.
And Count Basie isn't wasn't available for this recording, but the rest of his musicians were. So that is what it's called no Count Sarah, because it is with Count Basie musicians without Count Basie. Early jazz had Lewis and his band, and recordings from 1926 to 28.
Nice.
Swedish balladeer Carl Anton and Överbivals. I wanted to get a hold of this one. This is truly summer Swedish ballads.
Ooh, nice.
And finally, Al Stewart and Museum of Modern Brass 2. Al Stewart, who is famous for Year of the Cat and that album. But this is something different. So that is what I bought.
I'm watching Dragnet, 1988. Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks. Great movie. Oh, yes. Let's Make You Smile. Yeah. Well, those are some great albums he got. And how much did that all set you back?
Pardon?
How much did that all set you back?
How much it costed?
Yeah.
You don't want to know. No, all of them were between 50 cents and $1.50, so it's nothing.
Hey, that's pretty good. They must have had a really good selection there.
Yeah, we were taken from two separate places. One thrift store and one second-hand record store.
Yeah, Lavelle says great pickups. Yeah.
Thank you, Lavelle.
Good stack.
Oh yeah. So you're really getting your jazz collection getting bigger.
Yeah, I wish I would found something else, but the problem is that a lot of the top albums are stuff that I already have. Let's just say there are a whole lot more Benny Goodman albums out there than there is with the Depeche Mode album that I already have complete. So I find it's easier to find jazz than find good 80s albums, unfortunately, because I had most of the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah. So I saw the pictures of the town you were in yesterday on Facebook. Pretty nice.
Yeah, the same town.
Yeah. Did you eat any food there?
No, I was hoping to be able to, but the time ran away from me. I only had 5 hours to go. So.
Wow. So how long did you how long was the ride, the train ride?
2 hours.
Oh, that's not too bad. Could have been worse. And is it the same amount of time to go to Stockholm?
No, Stockholm is 4.
Oh, 4 hours. Wow. Yeah, you have to get up at the crack of dawn if you want to get there early enough.
Yeah, but I had also to adjust myself to the prices of the train ride.
So trains can be pretty pricey there too, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Depends on when you go.
When is the best time to go? I guess they have hourly rates and stuff.
Pardon?
I guess they have hourly rates for tickets.
Yeah, it depends on when it is the most and the least amount of people.
Yeah, because there's peak times that people want to take the train. I've been on the train when I was a baby, like when I was small, going to see my grandparents in Toronto. I remember that. We always took the train because my dad didn't feel like driving all the time. And I remember going on the train because I remember saying, I'm going to have a little rest on the train. I remember that vivid memory of lying there on the train having a nap before I got to my Papa Nana's house. Yeah, I still remember going on the train. Train rides are fun. And, well, Dawson knows all about that because Dawson's been on some a lot. Hey, JJ, welcome in. See,
Hello.
JJ, you were right. No, It was all on. It was Kate's mic that was having problems. So now we're good. See, no echoing. We're all good here. The vibes are good. What was John Lennon's last recording? Oh God.
Well, that had to be Double Fantasy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Double Fantasy. That's
I don't know,
definitely
like
what it.
what song was last recorded or whatever, but it could have just been that radio interview that he did. You know, everything happened after he got home.
Yeah, because there's a lot of demos he did that never saw the light of day until the Beatles came back and put it all together. Walking on Thin Ice. Oh yeah, that was Yoko's album, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, Walking on Thin Ice was the last thing. Wow, I didn't know that. I thought that came out before that. Oh, Milk and Honey, last by John Lennon. Yeah, because I think all those same songs were written at that time when Double Fantasy came out. Because if John wanted to, he could have made that a double album if he wanted to, really. And I think it would have worked. Um, what's this? Parlogram did a great video on it. Oh wow. I'm guessing. Okay. Yeah. So everybody in the chat, if you're a big Ozzy fan, write down some of your favorite solo Ozzy, not Black Sabbath. I just want solo Ozzy. I want to know what your favorite solo Ozzy Osbourne songs are. All right, and go. Got my new wheels with Sirius XM. Oh, cool. Yeah, Shot in the Dark. Nice. So now I got them all thrown out solo Ozzy songs. But it won't do Jorgen any good because he doesn't know much about Ozzy Osbourne.
No, I only have the collaboration he did with Was Not Was. Shake Your Head.
Ah, well, that counts. I don't want to stop. Good one, Tim. And Tim, if you want to join us on the panel and tell us more stories, you're more than welcome because Dawson can put the link out if you want to join us. Just let us know in the comments below. And if you want to join us, Tim, you're always welcome on my stream anytime you want to come up because we like your knowledge of music. And it helps us too when I can't figure out something. You're always there to save me, to pick up the pieces when I can't remember something because you're really good at that. So let us know if you want to come up, and I'll have Dawson put the link out for you. Mm. Mm. Oh, God. All right. I used to wonder how she got in the pants in the video for Shot in the Dark so tight. I can imagine.
Oh,
Yeah, that must have been interesting. But you know what? I like nowadays, like if you're doing a musical movie of like a biography or an actual musical movie, I think it's better that they sing live on the set where you're not lip syncing. It just sounds more natural. Like, because back in the day, they were playing to a pre recorded song and everything, and you're just lip syncing and dancing around. But I like nowadays that people are singing live on the set. It just sounds more beautiful. And I think even music videos should be that way too, live, not lip syncing to a pre recorded track. Um, I don't have much knowledge. I enjoy learning. Well, you're pretty good at whatever you do because you're amazing, Tim. And don't
You
let
mean
anybody tell you any different. Um, did Ozzy do polkas? No, I don't think he did, JJ.
you,
Our friend is here, Christopher.
you mean that
Hi.
you mean that all musical videos have to be live videos?
No, I think they should sing it live on the set.
I mean, those are imaginative. Let's just say Jesus, the Genesis, Land of Confusions. If that should be a live video instead of what it was.
Yeah. You want to read this, Jorgen?
You read it.
Okay. I got rabies shots for biting the head off a bat, but that's okay. The bat had to go get Aussie shots. Okay. Welcome in, Christopher. Send me a link. All right, put the link out for Tim. We'll bring him up.
All right.
What you mean is if Genesis Land of Confusion should be a live music video instead, or?
Oh, we got a Black Sabbath fan here. Ultimate Sin. I don't know if I know you. You must be new here, but welcome in. I saw Oz a few times. Some were good, some were sort of sad because his voice was screwed. He would scream so loud at the crowd between songs. I remember the Black Rain tour was actually pretty fun. Oh, cool. That's neat. Yeah. Although music videos were a great outlet for filmmakers. Oh, definitely. Yes, I have to agree there. I've seen Ozzy and Black Sabbath live. Oh, that's cool, Christopher. And there's the link for you, Tim. Come up and join us, and we'll have some fun. I saw Ozzy at Alpine Valley. And ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Tim, hello.
Hey, how are y'all?
We're doing good. Welcome in.
Ozzy, I only saw him one time with Sabbath. That was in '78. And that was in Dayton. And that was when Van Halen opened for him. And Van Halen just blew him off the stage. I caught him on the weakest part of their career together with Sabbath.
Oh, wow.
But Ozzy, I always liked Ozzy better solo. I liked Sabbath better with Dio. I know a lot of people's going to say I'm crazy, but
oh, you like what you like, you know.
I liked Heaven and Hell. Heaven and Hell I felt was the greatest Black Sabbath album, in my opinion. My favorite Sabbath with Ozzy was Paranoid.
Good one. Yeah.
Ozzy, when he went solo, he just, I don't know. To me, I felt he got tired of Sabbath. I felt he was invigorated when he found Randy Rhoads. And Randy Rhoads just brought so much energy to Ozzy. I felt he had reached the end of the line with Sabbath. I felt he got bored, especially when Never Say Die came out.
Yeah. Was that in the book, Dawson, that you read about Ozzy?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
He found these young guitarists with Randy Rhoads, and then with Zakk Wylde, and he found these young guitarists that really energized him, it seemed. And it just Ozzy's first solo band when Blizzard of Oz came out, they was unstoppable. They had the same kind of fire that David Lee Roth had with David Lee Roth left Van Halen and he formed with Steve Vai. They had that same kind of energy. It was it was undeniable. And when Ozzy brought out Blizzard of Oz, nobody talked about Sabbath. It was all about Ozzy then.
Well, Ozzy made a big name for himself, and he did pretty well.
He did very well. And then, Tony Iommi brought in Ronnie James Dio, and Ronnie James Dio invigorated Sabbath. I mean, they went more in a medieval type of lyrics, more than the satanic lyrics.
Yeah.
And I saw them on that tour when Blue Oyster Cult opened for them, the Black and Blue tour in 1980.
Oh, wow.
I saw that tour. Unbelievable. But Blue Oyster Cult blew them off the stage.
I like this.
On the night I saw them.
Taco needs to taste an Ozzy record first, but still likes Boston better. If you're not know Tim, JJ's dog Taco, he's a pug. He ate um, JJ's record of Boston, the first album with More Than a Feeling on it.
Oh man.
He actually ate the LP itself. But there is actually edible records. You can actually get edible records and you can eat them. Maybe you should get Taco one of those. I'm sure he'd love that.
I'll tell you what though, the Black and Blue tour, if you didn't get to see it, it was in 1980 with Sabbath and Blue Oyster Cult, and they always had a local band open, so it would be a three band concert, and they always had the city's best local band would open for them.
Wow, that's a good thing. You
And
get three bands in one night.
they
Nice.
the local band played 20 minutes, and then Blue Oyster Cult or Sabbath, whichever band was the biggest in the city they played in, or the most popular, would open the show. So
Oh,
it would either be Blue Oyster Cult opening for Sabbath or Sabbath opening for Blue Oyster Cult. But Ronnie James Dio, man.
all right. Dawson, put out the link for Lavelle. He's coming up. Oh, I got great. Wow, I've got quite the panel going today. Thank you, Tim. I really appreciate you being here today. It means a
No
lot to me.
problem. No problem.
Sorry I get emotional sometimes. I just love you guys so much.
I just
I'm
like
happy.
talking. I like talking music. I like
Yeah.
talking. I like talking. I have my favorite bands. I got bands I cannot stand. But I have a certain. I don't collect. I'm not a record collector like a lot of people are, where they're completist. I buy albums that I like, and that I don't just buy an album just to complete a discography. I buy albums that I like. I don't. If I don't like an album, I love Aerosmith, but there is two albums of theirs that I do not own, don't care to own.
And which two are those?
That was their last one, Music from Another Dimension, which totally was awful, and Rockin' a Hard Place.
Oh, okay.
The album with no Joe Perry or Brad Whitford. I listened to them. I bought them when they came out, and then the ones that I didn't like, I sold. But it just takes up space. There's a lot of people that buys all these albums and stuff, and then a lot of the music they don't listen to. I listen to everything.
Yeah.
I do. There's certain albums that's untouchable. Boston's debut album, untouchable.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of the greatest albums ever made, especially for a debut album.
Hey, Lavelle, welcome in.
Hey.
And do you know Tim?
What's going on, man?
What's going on?
Let me see. All right, you hear me now? You hear me?
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
you.
What's
We
going
hear
on,
you
man?
loud and clear. Of
What's going
course.
on, Tim?
Yeah. So Tim was on Kate's a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, I think. And he saw with his wife, they went to see in Mexico City. He went to see Rush.
Oh yeah, I saw them. I saw them with Neil though. What year
I
was
saw.
that?
Yeah.
2012 or 2011. I saw them on the. They were doing moving pictures, the complete show. So
I saw them with Neil Peart in 1982.
yeah, you saw them in their prime, man.
Yeah, yeah. But I went and saw Annika, and Annika was killing it. But I'm hearing now that she's just a loner. That she is I don't know if they're going to do anything after this tour or not. And she does her own music. She's a composer and
Yeah.
everything. And so this just be maybe a one-off thing, but she is really doing a great job. She blew my mind.
Yeah, I wanted to see them when they had just left Chicago last week. I just couldn't afford those tickets. Those tickets were expensive, man.
Yeah, tickets
And
are
I've seen so
very.
many shows now. It's just like if it's too much, I'm not gonna pay. I'm just
Yeah.
not doing it.
Well, I mean, these bands are not making no money nowhere else, so they're charging all these exorbitant costing tickets. I remember when you go to a concert for $5, $7, $10.
Oh, I
Yeah,
remember
you've
that
been going to
too.
concerts way before me.
Yeah,
But I was lucky. I was lucky in the '90s when I was working at Sam Goody. I started off at Coconuts, and then that's when I was able to get free tickets from the reps and stuff.
yeah.
And then my wife's aunt used to work at the United where the Bulls play, so she got me tickets. One of the first tickets she got me to see Fleetwood Mac, and I saw Fleetwood Mac 4 times. She got me tickets all 4 times.
I'll tell you what, there was a small arena. It's not there no more in Dayton, Ohio, called Hare Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Seated 5,500 people.
Dang.
And it was just a hockey arena. And all the big bands would come through Dayton, would play that place. And I'm telling you what, I've seen Aerosmith, seen Triumph. I've seen Rush.
Wow.
I've seen Rush there. I've seen so many bands. Rory Gallagher. And just it was the greatest place. You could have the highest seat in the farthest end of the arena and still see good. It was so small.
No, I've never been to Alpine, which is so weird. I don't think I live that far from Alpine because I'm in the
Yeah, and
western
he says
suburb.
here he worked there.
I've never been there. That's tripped out, and I've been to almost all the arenas in
Wow.
Chicago and in the suburbs, but I've never been there. I've
But
never been there.
it was an experience seeing Rush in here in Mexico, though, because you went in there and the place was packed, but it was very, very hot. There was no air conditioning, no nothing.
Wow.
And so you would walk in there and the ushers would lead you to your seat, and then they would expect a tip.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
But the concert itself, it was awesome. I mean, they really the lighting, the sound, the mix, everything was just top notch.
Oh man,
Wow, that's
cool.
amazing.
It was wonderful. Merch, it was expensive.
Yeah.
I
But
can imagine.
but I'll tell you what, man. I'm glad I saw him because that was probably the last time I ever see Getty or Alex, live. But they're getting up in years and everything, and
Yeah, they're in their
Yeah.
70s, right? They're in their 70s.
all these bands. I mean, Steven Tyler of Aerosmith is 77.
Yeah, I was lucky to see them twice.
Yeah.
They were actually my first rock concert, but I saw them way later. I loved them in the 80s, but I ended up seeing them for the Don't Want to Miss a Thing tour.
Yeah.
I ended up getting a rep had got me tickets for them, and I was like on the 4th row. And Monster Magnet opened up for him.
I got to see them in 1974. I was 11 years old. I went with my brother.
Oh man!
And they played our hometown in Middletown, Ohio. They played the opening of Finkelman Auditorium at Miami University, Middletown, and they opened for Mott the Hoople.
Mm-hmm.
And they come out, and this place only holds 600 people, this auditorium. Cool. And they come out and classic. I mean, just classic. And you couldn't even see their faces. Their hair was so long. And I was this little 11-year-old geeky looking kid. Went with my brother. Never seen anything like it in my life. And they was just so loud, so out of tune. Joe Perry always tuning his guitar because it would go out of tune. And it was the greatest thing I ever seen. I mean, it was so imperfect.
Yeah, you saw them early. That's early. Yeah,
it was so imperfect and so loud and imperfect. It was perfect.
Yeah, they blew me away when I saw them when they started playing. And I saw them again with Cheap Trick. They did a show at the United Center. I saw them with Cheap Trick, and they was really good too.
Wow.
Oh, but the best concert I ever went to see was the best grouping concert I ever seen was Ted Nugent headliner, AC/DC with Bon Scott, the Highway to Hell tour,
Damn.
and little unknown band to me at the time, the Scorpions opening,
Mm.
and
Oh, come on.
for
Hmm.
$7.50.
Yeah, that's pretty
Wow.
good.
Seven
And Ted
dollars and
Nugent,
fifty
Ted
cents.
Nugent, that guy can play, man. I've
Oh,
heard
he
some.
was he was.
That dude can play, man.
I've never been to a louder concert than him. You know it's going to be loud when they sell earplugs at the merch booth.
Hmm.
Uh, it was unbelievably loud. He had speakers from the floor to the rafters in this arena, and it was just overpowering. It hurt. It actually got so loud we had to walk to the mezzanine. It was. I got so many stories. The Who concert tragedy, which happened in Cincinnati, where 11 people
Oh,
got killed.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I heard
Did,
about that.
did,
I read about that.
I
Yeah.
yeah, I did not go to that. Couldn't afford to go. We saw it on the news. I lived in Middletown at the time, and but I did go. We did go to the first concert when they started concerts back up there, and that was in 1980, and that was ZZ Top
Mm-hmm.
with the Rockets,
Mm.
a little band, and they played, and it was very kind of weirdish because everybody sat in their seats and behaved, and there was no general admission. It was all reserved seating and chairs on the floor, and it was really subdued.
Hmm.
Wow.
Well, JJ says here at Alpine, to get drinks and food, we would cut behind the stage. However, for Aerosmith, we had to work around because no alcohol was
Yeah,
allowed.
yeah.
I met Roger and Pete waiting for a limo to Lake Geneva while traffic cleared. They were cool. Yeah. So, Lavelle, a few days ago, it was Wednesday. Yours truly here, Dawson, he went to see Motley Crue.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Motley Crue, Extreme, and Tesla. I was kind of emotional because I haven't seen Motley Crue in 11 years. And John Five musically was a great fit with the band.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Tesla, the other bad boys from Boston, another Boston band. That was fun singing Signs with the whole crowd. And I think that one of the highlights with Motley Crue was like when the Tommy Lee's drum riser was like he was like rising halfway up the stage. It was like a big carnival and merry-go-round. They were
Mm-hmm.
playing probably some tracks from the Carnival of Sins and a lot of the early Motley Crue stuff.
Yeah, that's a good
Nice.
band too. I wish I saw them. I actually liked a couple of their stuff. They were pretty good. Motley Crue.
Looks like kill.
Yeah, they definitely
Mm.
did that. Yeah, and the drums were great at the end of that one. Tommy just kept ripping it up.
Yeah, he's pretty good drummer too. Yeah, I like what's the album? The only one I have by them, I got Dr. Feelgood. I love that record. That came out when I was in high school. I remember some guys used to play that.
I remember Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah, I have that
Solid.
record.
I'll tell you, Michael's going to hate me, but I love girls, girls, girls.
I like the videos. I used to dig the videos back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right, we're at the top of the hour and a half. I'm gonna wrap up here.
All right.
I'm
And
looking forward.
I'm gonna keep the ball rolling because I
Keep it
still got a
rolling.
good
We got a
panel
great panel
going.
here. Got the chat's on fire, and
Yeah.
yeah, let it rip.
We're gonna keep
So
on going. Thank you for being here, Dawson. We appreciate it.
All
See
right,
you,
thank you
Dawson.
so much.
He's out
On
there.
August 2nd, it's on the Sunday. So next Sunday, I'll be doing the show. I'll be here, and then later that day, I'll be seeing Five Finger Death Punch with Cody Jinks and Eva on Fire.
Ooh.
And here's our Judas Priest connection here. They released the song many years ago, "Lift Me Up," featuring Rob Halford from Judas Priest.
Mm.
Oh, before you go, Dawson, there's something here from JJ for you. So you can
Yeah, I
recap.
remember that. Okay, they filmed the crowd.
Wow.
Yeah, hopefully you were in that one. And here's the Ozzy connection. So most of the albums recorded by Five Finger Death Punch are recorded from Kevin Churko, who produced and wrote a few songs with Ozzy. Definitely on the Scream album and maybe on Black Rain, but Kevin Churko has a big part in shaping the tone for Ozzy's 2000s albums and for Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh,
I
that's
like
cool.
I like Five Finger Death Punch's version of Bad Company.
Oh yeah,
Oh man.
wicked.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our tribute today with Ozzy and with James and crew. This is Rampage Video signing out. Peace.
Peace, man.
Peace, Dawson. But
Peace,
the show
Dawson.
still goes on. We're still keeping it going because we're not. I'm not shutting down yet. We still got a good panel going. So here we go. So LaBelle, you have some Ozzy and Black Sabbath albums you can show
Yeah,
us
I'm
for the
I'm more
team?
of a tourist. I like the later stuff. All I have is just a couple of the later ones. All I got is
All right, I'll make you big.
I was late to the Ozzy show. This one, No More Tears, is probably the
Ooh.
one that got me into him. I'm later, so I'm the Zach Wild. I'm more of the Zach Wild. That one,
Wow.
this is like a reissue one. I picked
Dang, he
up.
looks young there.
Then I had I found this one too. I like this one, Fire in the Sky. I like this one a lot too.
Yeah.
Nice.
No Rest for the Wicked. This one's dope, man. I was stoked to find this one in the wild.
Crazy Babies.
Yep, that one's dope too, man. I love that record. Then my Sabbath. Let me see. Did I pull my Sabbath? Let me grab them right quick. I got some Sabbath stuff.
Hey, Jorgen, look what's on the wall behind him.
Yeah, I saw that. There's a lot of great stuff there.
Yeah.
Should have it right over here.
Oh, what's Christopher saying here? I have No More Tears OG. Oh, nice. That's cool.
Okay, what we got? Well, that's my other Sabbath. Yeah, right here. I just got those Rhino Hi-Fi ones, man. This one.
Excellent.
This is the one that I first heard, and I was like hooked on Sabbath. This one.
Isn't that their first album, that one?
Yeah, that's the first album. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this album a lot better. This was good. Of course, it's classic, but I like this record a lot. And I found this one in the wild. This one.
Ooh.
This one's on the Vertigo label, man. I was stoked to find this one.
Sweet.
Yeah, so I got
and when
that
you play
one.
it, you can get hypnotized.
And the Vinyl Me Please one, this one, Masters Reality. This was a killer record too.
Sweet Leaf.
Oh, that's cool, Mike. Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty much all my Sabbath and Ozzy stuff, man.
Wow.
I would love to get more of their stuff, but I never got into them when they was with was it Ronnie James Dio?
Yeah.
That's stuff I want to check out. I got my which is so funny, my boss, he's big, he saw Ozzy. He saw Ozzy and he saw Ozzy. He liked Ozzy solo better. And he was schooling me on like the Rodney James Dio and I forgot the other guy's name, Tony something. He knew a lot of the later Black Sabbath stuff.
Check out Heaven and Hell.
Yeah, that was the one he told me about. He said, dude, you got to check out Heaven and Hell. Because I told him the ones I got, he said, oh, you off to the right track. Check out Heaven and Hell.
I was telling these guys earlier, I always thought Sabbath was better with Dio. I liked it better with Dio. It seemed like they just ran out of steam with Ozzy, and Ozzy when he went solo, and he got these young guitars with Randy Rhoads and Zach Wild and all that. It seemed like it really energized him, and you can tell on the grooves on his first album after Sabbath.
Yeah.
Blizzard of Oz.
Blizzard of Oz, right? Yeah.
You listen to that album, he just seems re-energized and everything else. And then when Sabbath got Ronnie James Dio and they did Heaven and Hell, they seemed re-energized. So it worked out for both sides.
Oh yeah.
It really did. At the time, it really did. And, you know, people couldn't believe that Sabbath, could they even exist without Ozzy, and could Ozzy exist without Sabbath? Well, the answer was yes on both sides. I mean,
and then what is that one album they did, Tribute with
yeah,
Randy Rhoads? I got to get that record. That record is good. Like his version of Paranoid, Randy Rhoads was like a virtuoso, man. The guy could play, man.
If you get Tribute, listen to D.
Okay.
Which is the final cut, and it was just studio with just Randy just playing the guitar.
Yeah.
There was no Ozzy, no nothing. It was just Randy, and he was just playing in the studio, and he was just doodling on the guitar, and just listen to that. It was about his mother.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote the song for his mother.
Wow, I had to check that out.
Yeah, his mother just passed away, and he wrote that song called D, an instrumental for his mother.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I definitely check that out.
So Jorgen, we got to get you in on the conversation too. Have you been to any concerts?
Are you talking about concerts overall, or are you talking big ones?
Like big ones? Any big ones in your lifetime?
Not that big ones. Some of the biggest ones are those that have been when I've been at festivals and so on, but not those giant concerts. I haven't been on. They are too expensive.
So I saw some on your feed there, Lavelle, that you got some new jazz albums.
Yeah, I just got what was the ones I picked up. I
Right,
went digging with one of the guys I used to that he used to do YouTube videos. I picked this one up. This one is Horace Silver, Woody Shaw, J.J. Johnson. I picked this one up with Joe Henderson's on here. This one is Cape Verdine Blues. This was from like 65. I picked this up. Then I went to another shop. I found this one right here, Gilberto Gil. This is a Brazilian classic from 1971, self-titled Gilberto Gil. I've been trying to get into a lot of the Brazilian stuff. And the one behind me, it was a guy did a post, and I've been after this one for a while. This is a UK issue.
Yeah.
This one sounds amazing. This is my addiction to this album. I remember this album when it came out. I was getting ready to go to high school when this came out. This is like my favorite Tears for Fears album.
I remember when that came out too. Yeah,
it's a UK one. I'll show you the ones I got. That's how bad this is. It's so much of a bad itis I have with this record. This is the Steven Wilson one. This is the rare one. A lot of people have been looking for this one. This is cut by Steven Wilson. What they did, they took out the reverb. The original album had a lot of reverb, so they took it out of that one. So this one sounds, it's a different take, but it does sound good. This is my Dutch pressing. The Dutch pressing is in between the UK. The UK is tops. The Dutch is probably right in there between this and the American. This is a US copy. I got this one at a half price books. I didn't pay too much for this one.
Oh,
wow.
This was real clean with the hype sticker.
That's a great album.
And the last one, I got one more, believe it or not, is this one here. Yeah, I grabbed it. Where's it at? Yeah, there it goes. Mobile Fidelity. Too much. Too much songs from the big chair, but yeah. this one's okay. It's like the smiley face EQ, but yeah, this one's okay.
Hey, if you love it, you love it.
Yeah. I would say the other one from this, the album Sowing the Seeds on MoFi sounds really good. This one was just average.
Well, that's one of Jorgen's favorites.
Yeah.
Sowing the Seeds.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
If not one, I mean, if not the favorite song ever.
Yeah, that's an addiction with that album. I got a few albums that I got a lot of different pressings of. That one, What's Going On? Love Supreme. I got a lot of records that I got multiple copies.
You know,
Superfly.
an album I'm looking for is a really good copy of Steely Dan's Asia.
Well, you don't want to spend the money.
No, I'll spend the money. Just a good copy. There you go.
Yeah, this is the big. I call this the big pants. You know, it's cut at 45. I'll show you how it looks on the inside. Yeah,
Really
I got this record because my mom and them used to play this back in the day.
Oh yeah,
really great Steely Dan album.
It comes like this. Comes with the regular cover.
I love that album.
And it has these are like the fancy pressing of that. Cut at 45. These are the UHQR. I paid the money for it. Actually, I got a pretty good deal, but it's still over $100. But yeah, it's 2 LPs. If you want the best sounding one, you get that one. I even heard an original. Original is close, very close. If you could find a nice, clean original, it's good to go.
All right, JJ. Hope you make it to the. I hope you can Indiana Jones it to the pharmacy.
Clean original, you can go with that one too. The Mobile Fidelity, I don't recommend. That one doesn't sound that good. Mobile Fidelity is horrible, and it costs more than this.
I've never seen that. That looks nice.
Yeah, this is the UHQR. This is Analog Production. They put out a couple of these. I got about 7 of these. Like John Coltrane, Bob Marley. And Kind of Blue, Miles Davis.
I'll never forget when I first heard that. When I first heard that album, I was at a friend's house and he had an old quad system.
And man, that's cool, man.
He played that on quad and oh man, that is a great album.
Yeah, I still play it because I remember hearing it. My mom used to play it when I was a kid, and that I still remember that record just like almost. I know it like from backs and forwards.
Yeah,
jazz fusion and everything, and it's just excellent.
Yeah, because you had all those great players on there, like Larry Carlton and all of them were on there.
Hey, and, Mike, you wanna join us?
Like the session players, the top.
Mike, I'll put the link out for you if you want to come up and join us on the panel. You're more than welcome to. Don't be shy.
Yeah, I would love to see Steely Dan do an album back in the day with Jeff Beck.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Steely Dan had a great guitar. Don't get me wrong, but you put Jeff Beck in the mix with them.
Yeah, you know what? And it was tripped out years and years. I remember people used to talk about Jeff Beck, and I had finally got to see him. Because the dream, I wanted to see B.B. King, and it all worked out because he opened for B.B. King.
Oh, geez.
So I ended up seeing him, and this was right before B.B. King passed away.
Yeah.
And I saw him at the Airy Crown Theater, and it was weird because the year before I saw Clapton on tour, and Clapton was on tour for the I forgot the name of the album, but it has like a little boy's face on it. It was one of his later albums. And Jeff Beck was coming, and I was like, I'm gonna buy the tickets. I went with my wife, with my mother-in-law and her boyfriend. We went, and I had really good seats. Jeff Beck comes out, all fingers, man. He just blew my mind, man. He completely made me forget about Clapton because those tripped out. I had just saw Clapton. Yeah, I'm just like blank.
Jeff Beck never played with a pick.
Yeah. I mean, his tone, man, it was just sick, man. I was just like, then he did a beautiful tribute, like he did a Day in the Life. It was like a tribute to old boy that was it Brian Epstein or whatever his name.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a great guitar solo.
Killer cover of that, man. But yeah, that guitar tone.
I got it, Mike. I got it.
We reminisce about all this great music, and that's what it is because you don't hear nothing like this today.
No, this stuff is trash now.
This music we're talking about is history.
Yep.
It's
history. When music was music.
When music was music, because first of all, think about this. Number one, how many of these Gen Zers coming up would take the time to sit, practice, learn skills, and practice and learn how to play a guitar and learn how to write music without cheating, without some kind of computers,
Yep.
with some kind of
Yeah.
computer, and because you would get blisters on your fingers, and
Yep.
these kids they want instant success. They want in the days of Eddie Van Halen sitting down and creating his own guitar,
Yeah.
and creating things and learning how to create music and learning music. Those days are gone.
Yep. And those were that was like the time when the guys would sit up there and learn your instrument. They learned their instrument.
They would sit in their
Oh
bed.
yeah.
They would sit in their bedrooms or in their basements or wherever and learn their craft.
Yep.
And they would put the hours and the days and the years in, and there was no instant success. There was no YouTube or being a anything like
Yeah,
that.
like those instructional videos. I remember when I tried playing guitar. Yeah, that's the one, Reptile. That's it. That's the album. Yep, that was the album. I saw him on that tour. It was a great show. But that Jeff Beck, man, he just blew my mind, man. I was just like, damn. That's all I could say. Damn.
But there is no creativity now. There is none.
No, and
There
they got that Tascam. What they do now, I remember when I was going to Guitar Center, I had took guitar lessons. I tried playing, and man, they had it so you could slow down the solo. I was just like, what the hell is this? You gotta learn, you gotta practice.
You gotta practice.
Mm-hmm.
You go buy your favorite albums, you go home, you put it on, you listen to the album over and over again,
Yep.
then you start playing along and trying to learn how to play along. And
Yep.
then and this and the other, you learn your craft. It's nothing instant. It takes months and years.
Yeah.
And these people today, they don't want that,
They want it fast.
they
Fast.
want it fast.
Yeah, they want to learn too quick.
They want it fast, and they got these computers and these machines now, and it's like the singers, the especially in country music. You see these young girls now coming out in the country music, and they have no talent, they can't sing, and so they wear these short shorts and everything, trying
Yeah.
to be the next Shania Twain or something,
Hmm.
and there's just no talent.
No.
No.
The number one thing too with them too, and I notice about a lot of them, they don't look back. They don't look back. All they is the now. They don't look back at the previous artists.
No.
It's the now.
But the problem is that today music is driven by how much money you can make and how much famous you can become of it.
Yeah.
But see,
That is what it's all about.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
but see, Jorgen, there is no money anymore. There's no money in music no more.
Tell that to them, not to me.
Yeah. But I mean that's why they charge the big, especially these big bands are charging all this money because there is no music industry no more.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that nobody talks about is, yes, there's no music industry no more. There's no record companies driving the business no more.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no structure, but there is freedom to do and create. And if you got the brains to do it,
Yeah.
there's ways to work around this, but people don't want to,
Yeah.
they keep talking about the record industry of the past. Well, that's gone. That's gone. It's all gone. There's no recording studios. There's no big recording studios anymore. Very few. And so you have to work around that. You have to get around that. But there's never ever going to be what rock and roll was back in the 80s, where millions of dollars was being spent on these albums.
No.
And so that's just the way it is. And you have to, and if you really love music and if you're passionate about music and passionate about rock and roll, whatever genre you like, do it for the enjoyment of it, and then try to make a few bucks along the way.
Oh yeah,
But
I agree.
the days of living in big mansions, driving Rolls Royces and everything, those days are gone.
Yeah.
And anyway, there is no big bands anymore. What big bands coming up nowadays can fill an arena? Could fill
Yeah.
an arena or a stadium. Can you name
Hmm.
can you name me a new band that's coming out in this day and age that could fill an arena
No.
or a stadium without a legacy band with them? There
Yeah.
is none.
I would, with the risk of sounding boring, I think today, unfortunately, Taylor Swift might be
Yeah,
able to.
Taylor Swift could fill in a stadium.
Her
Absolutely.
and Beyonce too. Beyonce too.
Well, yeah, you got your
And Lady
Taylor
Gaga.
Swift, Beyonce, probably still Shania Twain. But
And also Billie Eilish.
yeah,
Nah, I don't know about that one.
no, Billie Eilish could
Lady
probably
Gaga. Lady Gaga.
Lady
Yeah, Lady
Gaga,
Gaga,
maybe.
yes,
Lady
definitely.
Gaga, but what are you
I like
talking
Billie
about?
Eilish, but I don't think that she's not at that level like Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is on a whole nother level.
Yeah,
That's a
but
billionaire,
but
man.
but what are you talking about? No rock acts. These are all
Yeah.
pop
Yeah, you're
stars.
right. Yeah.
These are
Yeah.
all pop stars, and
Yeah.
they're not writing their own music, with the exception of Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift writes her own music. I give her credit for that. But the rest of these people, they don't even write their own music.
Yeah, it's already
Linda,
Yeah.
Ron,
made for them. Yeah.
Linda Ronstadt back in the 70s, unbelievable talent.
Oh, I loved her.
She was great. She's still great. I still love Lister. But the problem with Linda Ronstadt was she didn't write her own music. She never made the money that, even back in her heyday, she never made the money that she could have made.
Yeah, that's true.
She started basically the Eagles.
Yep.
The Eagles
Hmm.
was her backing band.
Now there was some killer songwriters,
They,
especially Glenn
they,
Frey. Glenn Frey was a cold dude, man.
she's the one that started the Eagles. It wasn't Don Henley or any. It was Linda Ronstadt
Yep, that's where
started.
they started. Yep. And I think Jackson Brown was in there somewhere too.
But
Jackson Brown in there a little bit too.
But
Hmm. Hmm.
Linda Ronstadt's the one that really started the country rock sound, and
Oh
and
yeah.
and she had a voice, and she could do Mexican music, she could do flamenco, and this and that. But her problem was she didn't write her own songs.
And
Yeah.
she also did opera too, because I saw her in the
Yes,
movie The Pirates
yeah,
of Penzance.
very talented. But look what happened to her. She lost her voice. She's got this disease now. She can't sing or nothing.
Yeah, and that's sad, man.
She lives out. She lives out near San Francisco, and she's a homebody. She can't tour. She can't sing.
That's almost like old boy. What's his name? He played drums for all those years. He can't
Phil
even.
Collins.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's not. He's like really bad
All
shape,
these
man.
people. Well, look at Ozzy.
Ozzy too, man.
Look what happened to Ozzy. If you stay around the party long enough, you're going to get sick and frail,
Oh, definitely, yes.
and you gotta know, when to say when to quit.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because you get out there like David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth just canceled his tour. Just
Yeah.
canceled the tour for poor ticket sales because David Lee Roth can't sing no more.
No.
And you get out there. Don Dokken, same way. Don Dokken, he can't sing no more.
And Aerosmith too. What's his
And
name? Steven Tyler.
Yeah,
Steven Tyler's voice is gone, man.
Yeah. And so it comes a point in your time. Brian Johnson of AC/DC, even Paul Rogers of Bad Company is in very bad health. So I mean,
Yeah.
it comes a time. Age catches up with you. Age catches up with everybody.
Bowie. I remember when I saw Bowie in '99. He opened for Moby. And man, but Bowie sounded so cold, man. And
Yeah.
that was in '99. And look, he ended up passing away in 2016.
Yeah.
That was the notorious year. That was the bad year, man. A lot of people. I saw Glenn Fry I saw the Eagles on a history tour, and that was before he passed away. I saw them, I want to say 2013 or 2014 with the Eagles. And Glenn Fry died he died that same year David Bowie. He died like right after David Bowie, and then Prince died right after that. I saw Prince 4 times.
Oh, Prince was unbelievable.
And George Michael
My
died also at the same time.
Prince was the first concert. That was my first concert ticket. And you know, the ticket I got, it was for fans only. It wasn't a tour. It was for fans only. Prince did a show in Chicago, Park West. It was like he was performing in your front room. He comes out on the stage with the gold cymbal guitar, talking about can play guitar.
But nothing will ever beat Prince's performance at the Super Bowl when he performed Purple Rain in the rain.
Yep.
In the stadium in the rain, and it was
I argue with people all the time.
Playing.
Oh yeah,
my beloved team lost. My beloved team lost that Super Bowl. That was the Bears lost that. That was when the Colts won. I would never forget that.
But I will never forget that performance. When it started, I said, well, they're going to stop the performance. The performance never stopped. And he just kept playing, and he played Purple Rain in the rain at the Super Bowl.
You know what tripped out? Nobody really got it. And, you know, some people, they got it now. But, you know, when a lot of the rock cats started noticing Prince, when he did that tribute to George Harrison, that's when everybody was like, damn. Yeah. I was like, you're late, buddy. I told my buddy, you're late. You're way late.
He was on the same stage. He was on the same stage as George Harrison's son.
Yep. George Harrison's son, like, what the hell?
Danny Harrison, yep.
He played that wicked solo, man. Guitar gently weep. Because the other guy played it. He sounded good, but Prince just like the wide bend. You're like, what the? You know, you were like done.
When Prince, everybody treated Prince with little respect until he played the guitar.
And then he just threw the guitar up in the air. I never saw it come down.
When he played the guitar, and actually had some chops, then people started paying a little more respect to Prince. I think Prince had the chops from the very beginning.
Yep.
Because when he played the guitar, I mean, he was a showman. He would play the kind of music he played, the funk and everything, but he was amazing.
And it's kind of I always trip out on that question. Do you have a favorite LP? Man, it's kind of hard, man. Prince, I would say it's between Sign of the Times and the one the Parade. I might have to go with Parade.
I like Purple Rain, and I also like that one song he had called Cream.
Oh yeah.
Which was
I say Diamonds and Pearls, so it's my favorite.
Diamonds and Pearls is up there. It's like my number 3. I like Diamonds and Pearls.
Cream is on Diamonds and Pearls.
Oh, okay. But Cream, I love that song.
Cream is dope because Cream, a lot of people like the riffing on there. It reminds you almost like the old T-Rex, or not T-Rex, but like Chuck Berry, the rhythm thing. A lot of people don't pick up on that. Yeah. And I was just like,
it reminded me when I first heard it. It reminded me of T-Rex.
Yes, right. See, that's
it.
Which T-Rex got that from Chuck Berry. Yeah. Another song he did too was the Musicology. Man, that's James Brown to the T. Musicology, the rhythm. I was like, man, that's James Brown. It's funky.
Ted Nugent talked about Prince and said the very thing you're saying. He said he had that funk, he had that groove.
I got a magazine that I read about Ted Nugent. He talked about Eric Clapton. He said Eric Clapton was good, but only with Cream. He said that he don't have the chops like he used to. He talked about him.
And that's true. I agree.
The Cream stuff, I love the Cream stuff, man. His stuff, to me, that's when Clapton was like,
I
That
liked his
and
I liked his Cream stuff, and I liked his early solo
he
stuff.
talked about Jerry Garcia too. He talked about he said he did. He said, I don't understand. I don't get it. He just don't got no chops. He said Chad Nugent said he just don't got no chops. He said I was still waiting for him to play. I'm like, what's going on?
Like when you hear that guitar by Cream and you hear dun 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 dun, I just get goosebumps when I hear
Tales from
that.
the Brave Ulysses and stuff. I love that stuff, man. World of Pain
yeah.
from Disraeli Gear. Yeah, that's when
I
I was
have
playing guitar,
Disraeli
I was trying
Gears.
to learn that stuff. But Clapton back then, man, he was like,
yeah,
NSU.
He had that funky groove to when I Shot the Sheriff, the Bob Marley song.
Yes, that's dope too.
I shot the sheriff.
Yeah. When he
Cocaine.
did that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But even the ones in some of the 80s stuff, I liked it too. But then he had competition then though. See, a lot of people you had Stevie Ray.
Yeah.
And don't forget the beginning was when Mark Knopfler came with Dire Straits, that first Dire Straits album.
I'll tell you what though, there's two guitars that never get talked about that should be shown more respect than what they again. That is Robin Trower.
Oh yeah, he's good. He's good. I like him. Yeah, he's dope.
And Pat Travers.
I'm not familiar with Pat Travers.
Go check it out. Go look him up on YouTube.
Robin Trower, I got a few things, not on record, but on CD. I got a few of his stuff. That dude can play. Bridges Aside, that boy can play.
Size is unbelievable. And that vocalist he had, that guy had such a soulful voice.
And then he had another album, that one song, I'm Out to Get You. I love that song. I still play that a lot too.
And I'll tell you another guitarist check out is Rory Gallagher.
I'm not familiar with him. And he's tripped out because his guitar is similar to Stevie Ray's. He played a Strat.
So
his guitar was like burnt or something.
I prefer it when Ted Nugent shuts his mouth.
Oh yeah.
I know so little about Ted Nugent. I have hardly heard any song of him. And
I don't have anything by him, but I've heard some of his stuff. That dude can play.
He can play, and he's an acquired taste, the way he comes off and everything. But he had, you hear a Ted Nugent song, it's Ted Nugent playing.
Yeah. And that one, but Clapton, he had that competition with Mark Knopfler. Mark Knopfler, he's like, he's a mixture of was it Chet Atkins and the guy from the Shadows. That was like his influences, but his tone, you always could tell Mark Knopfler's tone. He got that tone, man. I was like,
I'll tell you another guy that had a great tone was Gary Richrath of REO Speedwagon.
I'm not familiar with him.
Go back early REO Speedwagon.
Yeah, I heard those earlier albums are really good.
Yeah, they're awesome, and he had his tone, and he does not get the respect. You never hear his name nowhere.
And old boy, that's definitely my guitar. When I was taking guitar lessons, my guitar teacher was a big Brian Setzer. Brian Setzer is a mother boy. That dude can play.
Oh yes, I do, Mike.
He took rockabilly to another level, man.
Wow.
Yeah, he did. I love his Sleepwalk. I actually have the record, man. I love his Sleepwalk. I remember when it came out, I was like, man, this shit is fucking, because he did the 80s. He was known for the Rock This Town.
Yeah.
When he put his orchestra together, dude can get down, man.
He did a concert and he had come out on stage Eddie Van Halen, Waylon Jennings.
Yeah.
And he had Mark Knopfler.
Yeah.
And I forget.
Yeah, he's a Scotty Moore. That's his influence, Scotty Moore, like those old school, like James Burton, Scotty Moore guy.
Yeah, he loves rockabilly.
Yeah,
and he really took that flag and he really ran with it.
That dude can play. Yeah.
There's
some guitar players out there. What's the other guy?
We haven't mentioned the guitar players yet. Mark Knopfler and Gary Moore.
Yeah, Gary Moore was dope too. He was good too.
Yeah.
What's the other guy? Danny Gatton. That's another one. Got him. old boy from Guess Who? What's his name? Guess Who and Bach and Turn, Randy Bachman. Is that another? He's another. I know a lot of the guitarists, but I've seen a few. It's tripped out. I've seen a few of them. Dickie Betts was the one that blew me away. I saw him at Summerfest back in late 90s with Great Southern. That tone, man, that Allman Brothers tone. I was like, damn, that's all I could say when I heard as soon as he came out with that gold top, when he put his fingers on the notes, that damn, yeah, Dickie Betts was a bad dude too. He never get talked about a lot, but
I know that's true. He did, Mike. Yeah,
Wayne Allman was the slide, but yeah,
there was two guitars or three guitars in the 80s that really came on my radar, and that was George Lynch of Dokken.
I've heard of him. He's dope. He's good too.
Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
Kenny Wayne is good.
And Johnny Lang.
Johnny Lang, I saw him. Sting had did a free concert, and I saw him with Kev Mo. Johnny Lang was young when I saw him, and I was like, man, this guy is fucking good. He did a cover of Stevie Wonder's Higher Ground. It sounded really good.
I saw him open for Aerosmith back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And he really blew my mind. He was so young then.
Kenny Wayne Shepherd, I got a couple of his CDs. I remember him. He's good too.
Yeah.
And old boy, even though I know a lot of people hate him because he's a good, his songwriting. John Mayer is a bad dude too, man. John Mayer can play.
Who?
That guy can play.
Who's that?
John Mayer. He can play.
Oh, John Mayer.
Oh yeah.
He can play. I know all that stuff with his pop songs and all that, you know, like the Dave Matthews type stuff. But I saw him when he was doing the stuff with Buddy Guy, and I was like, damn. And with Paul Simon, I was like, damn, this dude got some chops. He was playing with Paul Simon. They did like a VH1 special.
When you can play with Paul Simon,
yeah,
a country artist and a rock artist
and blues artist, yeah.
When you can play with all those guys, you know you got talent.
You got him, Robin Ford. Robin Ford's another guy. I follow him on Instagram. Robin Ford is a killer player too.
But
here's Christopher's favorites.
That's old boy. He's from Dream Theater, I think, the first guy.
Yeah.
Number two is old boy from Extreme. I was going to ask old boy how did he play when he saw Extreme. Nino Betancourt, he's good. He was
at Sabbath's last show, and he played with everybody on that stage on the Back to the Beginning tour.
Yeah.
And he played with everybody that whole day.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Nuno Betancourt, yeah, he is. But you look at this, and like I said before, you don't see people coming up in this day and age with the talent. Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about in the 2000s? Who are we talking
Nobody
about?
really.
Who are we talking about in the 2000s? And that should worry people because music, there's talk and music go totally to AI, and I'm starting to believe it can because who's going to be playing music or take the time to learn how to play music and take the time to learn a craft?
Yeah.
And there is nobody that seems eager to step up and to do it.
Yeah.
Not in this day and age, and it's sad, but that's what we're looking at. And nobody.
Oh yeah.
And you know what's so funny thing about everything? A lot of these artists, like especially the artists from back then, they were influenced by either the Beatles or the Stones, the Kinks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But they come out and they interpret it their way, which is so tripped out.
Oh yeah.
Like old boy, what's the other guitar? We didn't talk about him either. Steve Lukather.
Oh,
bad fucking dude, man.
Oh yeah.
I love
Lukather is fucking bad, man.
Oh yeah.
Toto is excellent.
I
love Toto. I love their stuff.
And even that song, you know what's so funny? You hear that song, Michael Jackson, Human Nature.
Yeah.
That's Lukather, dude. Lukather.
Oh, that's a great song. One of my
I
favorites.
was like, when I saw when he was on a show talking about how he came up with that riff. I was just
All right,
like,
have fun,
God
Christopher.
damn.
But it's not unusual because Steve Lukather plays on a lot of tracks
Yeah.
where Quincy Jones did.
The Tubes.
He plays
Played
on,
with the Tubes. Yeah, he played with like a lot of people.
And he played
Oh,
with Ringo's All-Star Band as well.
Yeah, but he is a pure Quincy Jones fan. He plays on a lot of Quincy Jones recordings.
Yeah.
Steve Lukather is just unbelievable, and you know, Toto, from their very first album to their last album, you know, Brian Kimball on vocals back in the beginning,
And then Picaro on drums. Killer drummer, man.
Yeah, rest in
Killer
peace.
drummer. He's definitely missed. Nobody plays like that. Man.
And let's not forget Jimmy Page.
When I first,
Jimmy Page is good too.
And Keith Richards.
When I first heard Africa, when I first heard Total Africa.
Yeah, that's when I heard. That's when I got it right there. When I heard that song.
That came off of Toto 4.
Man, I heard that song Africa. I remember the video. I was like, what the hell is this? That shit just did like this.
Everybody, I don't care who it is, everybody loves that song.
That song is fucking amazing. It still sounds good now.
Africa. Great song. Do you like that song, Jorgen?
It's a good song, but it's so overplayed that I think there are other Toto songs that
I was mad when remade it. I was pissed off. I don't care. I know some people liked it. I did not like Weezer's version. I did not like it. I was mad. I was pissed off. I was like, dude, leave that alone.
Yeah,
I've never heard it, so I'm
it did really well. It did well. I remember when it came out, I was just like this. I'm like, really?
It wasn't. I've listened. Weezer in the later years has become really
nothing
good.
Against Weezer, but I didn't like when they did that.
It wasn't a slaughter. There are other Weezer songs that I hate even more, but it wasn't the best version either. It was.
You know, they did overplay Africa. It got a lot of airplay, but I still love it.
Yeah.
And Mike's mentioning another guitarist.
Oh, yeah. Satriani's pretty good, too.
Yeah.
But then when you say Satriani, because I think he was the teacher. Is he the teacher? Because he taught Vi, too, right? Vi is in there, too.
Yeah,
Vi is in there.
Yeah, he taught Vi.
Vi, and then old boy from Metallica, Hammett.
Yeah.
All of them. He taught all of them.
Yeah, Joe Satriani.
Yeah. Man, it's a whole list of guys, man. Yeah.
But again, who are we mentioning in the 2000s?
Yeah, I think it's a cutoff, buddy.
There's a cutoff there. There's a cutoff there. And
on the other hand, how many rock bands from the 2000 can you mention?
Exactly.
The rock business is pretty much
washed up
when it comes to.
So it probably ended in the 90s. The rock bands ended it like in the 90s, pretty much.
But there's just and it's very sad. But thank God that we got the recordings. We can still listen to Jimi Hendrix whenever we want.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And he mentioned Jimmy Page. I give Jimmy Page his props too.
You know, people say, would you want to go see Led Zeppelin now? I said, I don't know. Probably not, because they're old. I'll listen to my recordings.
Yeah, me too.
And it's the same way with Rush, but people age. People, when you get old, you can't scream no more. You can't get your high notes.
Even like Paul McCartney. Yeah, he still sounds okay. I could tell he's older now. He can't hit those notes like he used to with the Beatles, like he had.
No.
And Steven Tyler can't do he can't do Dream On no more.
I was waiting for them to do that tour with the Black Crowes, and that just fell apart, man. It didn't happen.
And he threw his voice out. I watched the video.
Yeah.
I watched the video because they had the first 3 shows of that tour on YouTube complete. And he sung Dream On, and he was really straining.
Yeah.
Wow.
on the high notes, and your voice just you get to be 70 something years old and you just cannot sing like it.
No.
Yeah, and you've been partying and all that stuff.
It happens to everybody.
Like when I saw Bowie, Bowie couldn't hit those high notes like the Ziggy, like Moon Age Daydream, but he knew how to cheat to make it sound okay. He knew how to level it down because he couldn't hit that Moon Age Daydream, that high note.
But
he was slick though. He knew how to do it.
But yeah, it's thank God for all the good music that we live through, and
Oh yeah.
and that we still can listen to whenever we want. We can still listen to them when they was young and hungry. And
But here's one thing I don't think you guys know about Jimmy Page. You've all seen the movie A Hard Day's Night, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know the scene where Ringo puts on the radio and the old man is getting all pissed off in the seat next to him?
Yep.
Well, I found out on the Beatles channel one day, Chris Carter was saying this, that was Jimmy Page playing guitar on that radio bit.
Jimmy Page played guitar. He was a session guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he was 16 at the time.
That's right.
Yeah, and he played that little guitar riff we hear on the radio in A Hard Day's Night just before they go, Mister, can we have our ball back?
See that, and that's same way with Steve Lukather. He was a session guy, and he played a lot of Boss Skaggs records.
Oh yeah, like Silk Degrees. He played on that record. Yeah.
He started out with Boss Skaggs and doing a lot of the guitar work on Boss Skaggs albums.
And then Boss Skaggs was a killer guitar player too because he started off with Steve. He started off with Steve Miller.
Yeah.
In the late '60s.
Just good stuff, man. Boss Skaggs.
Living in the USA. That's Boss Skaggs. They're living in the USA.
And he had some good stuff.
What about Bob Seger?
Bob Seger. The first time I heard of Bob Seger was the Bob Seger System.
Yeah, that's that one album.
Oh, before the Silver Bullet.
They never reissued.
Yeah, the Bob Seger System. He was okay. I didn't really care. But when he came out and started doing the Silver Bullet Band stuff,
he was good, but I give the nod to Grand Funk Railroad. That's my group from now, from Flint.
I got another one.
Sorry.
I got another one for you. Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
Oh, I've heard of them too.
Wow.
Yeah, Grand Funk Railroad. I got to meet the two of the people from met Mark Farner. He's not even with that band anymore. He got his own thing going.
Yeah, Grand Funk. They played Middletown back in the early 70s. They played amusement park in Middletown.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even know who they were, which I was just a little kid. But
yeah, they blew up. They sold out Shea Stadium real fast.
Yeah,
Another guitarist I like. He played for Elton John because he does that guitar solo in Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. Davy Johnstone.
Part for him. He's pretty good too.
Oh yeah, Davy Johnstone is awesome.
Yeah,
man. Who's the other one? I ain't mentioned what you call it. I can't forget Eric Johnson too. He's from Austin, also, like where Stevie Ray is from. Eric Johnson, shout out to him too. That's another one.
Good blues guitarist, man.
Eric Johnson, his DNA is Jeff Beck all day, all night. I could tell as soon as he played, I said, "Oh, I see where his influence come from." That's Jeff Beck. I could tell.
That's who Joe Perry of Aerosmith really loved, was Jeff Beck.
Yep, that was their DNA.
They played one time with Jeff Beck at the Kingdome in Seattle. Aerosmith did, and Jeff Beck comes up and does Train Kept a Rolling.
Oh, that's cool, Mike.
And
and you know what Joe Perry, you know who Joe Perry influenced, and he came out in the '80s. Slash. Slash is another dude. I got to see him. Slash is fucking bad dude.
I will take Brad Whitford any day of the week over Joe Perry.
Yeah, wow. You know what? When I saw them on that Don't Miss a Thing tour, I was with my wife. I said, "Dude, right? Brad Whitford is fucking bad, man. This dude can play." I'm looking like, "What the hell?" I'm like scratching my head.
Brad Whitford is a beast.
And he's a gearhead.
He's
Straight
a
up gearhead, man.
And everybody talks Joe Perry. Joe Perry couldn't wear Brad Whitford shoestrings. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Brad Whitford was really good, man.
Joe Perry is raw. Joe Perry learned on his own. Brad Whitford was schooled. Brad Whitford is just a technical player.
Yeah, I agree
Totally
with that.
opposite from Joe Perry, but when you put them two together,
That's a good combination.
that's a good combination, man. When I went to see them, I was expecting to hear Joe Perry.
Jorgen, hold down the fort while I go to the washroom. I'll be right back,
I was
guys.
expecting to see Joe Perry do all the solos, and Brad Whitford did a lot of the soloings.
That's how I started noticing. I picked up on that.
I said, "Wow." Hold on a minute. I gotta plug my phone in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brad Whitford, man, it's a bad dude, man. It's crazy. Yeah, the guitar stuff, man. I could talk that all night, man.
But we have forgotten the real guitar heroes.
Huh?
We have forgotten Eddie Lang. We
Yeah.
have forgotten Freddie Green, Barney Kessel.
Oh yeah, you talking about the old school players? Oh yeah, Kenny Burrell.
I'm going to have to sign off, but I'll sign back in about 3 minutes.
Okay.
I can't put out the link. Only James can do that, and he's
okay. I'll wait and let me sign out, and I'll be back up when.
Or you can find an older link above in the chat.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay.
All right. Yeah, you can't forget the jazz players too, man. That's a lot of those jazz players. Charlie Christian,
of course.
Wes Montgomery,
naturally.
Man, I like Grant Green a lot. Grant Green is really good, especially when he got real funky. His later stuff, especially before he passed away in the 70s, in the 1970s, his funk stuff was really good. Kenny Burrell is really good too. I don't even think he plays in here. He's still alive though, but he's not. I don't think he even plays.
Django Reinhardt.
Oh yeah, he's in there. Django. Yep. What's the other one? There's one more.
I haven't discovered how great Django Reinhardt actually is when he isn't together with Stefan Grappelli. With all respect to the French Hot Quintet, I think that Django Reinhardt was at his best without them.
Yeah.
We lost Tim.
No, he had to
need another link because he got to charge up his phone. His phone is
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put it out for him. I'll put it in the chat now. Yeah, I heard something last weekend, although I still have to send it to you. I forget what it's called now. Something Amal something. It was a jazz thing. I wrote it down because I listened to it. There's a freaking drum solo in this thing. It was fucking cool. I was like bobbing my head. I'm like, shit. Lavelle would love
that. Amal Jamal?
Yes.
Swan.
I got it written down here.
Swan Lord. Something. Swan Lord.
What the hell was it called?
Swan Lord. Something like that.
Swahili?
Swan Lord.
Where did I write it down? I wrote it down. Damn it. Where is it? I got it written down.
Was it one of his later stuff?
I don't know, but I heard this and it just...
He got a song that's really good. The song I like a lot by him is...
Swaziland.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah,
that's with the drum solo in there. That freaked me out. I was like, oh my God, this is awesome.
You know what? That might be for that live. He did a record store day. That was live at the Jazz Showcase in Chicago. I didn't pick that up.
Okay. Welcome back.
It's called Swaziland or something like that. I know what you're talking about.
But there's just so much incredible music back then.
I know, right?
It's just shook
Tim,
you
are you
out,
into
man.
jazz? Do you like jazz, Tim?
Chuck Mangione. I could go for some of that, but it's not really my favorite. No.
You a rocker.
Yeah, he's a rock and roll.
My
That I know.
My forte, I like blues rock, classic bluesy type rock, and that's why I love Bad Company so much.
Yeah, that was one group. That was one group I wanted to delve into their stuff because I like Free.
Herb Alpert, yes, Mike.
Mick Ralph's, rest in peace, was an incredible guitar player. He could write some really tasty riffs.
Yeah, I liked Paul Rogers with Free. Paul Kassoff, that's another bad dude.
Absolutely. Yeah. You couldn't go wrong
on this channel. Has this Herb Alpert album with the girl and the whipped cream on the cover.
Rise.
No, I have two. I have a mono and a stereo version of it.
I have Rise. I have Rise also. Away Cold though, but
yeah, Herb Alpert Rise.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got that one. I have the
good song.
I got the Herb Alpert. I got that Mobile Fidelity. I had that one. That one sounds.
Whipped Cream and Other Delights. It's called, yes. But that's not whipped cream she has on her. It's shaving cream.
But I prefer when Herb Alpert with Jimmy Jam and Cher Lewis played.
Oh yeah, you like the one from the '80s? That one's good too. The one with Lisa Keith and Janet Jackson in the background. That was good too.
Ah.
But Herb Alpert, when he came out with the Tijuana Brass.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen a documentary on him. It was very interesting. Forget where I watched it now, but
yeah, I like Rise. I like that Rise one a lot. I have that one.
Yeah, Rise is good.
The problem I have with the 70s Herb Alpert is that a lot of them sounds like Tijuana Taxi. They sound pretty much alike every song of it. Flea, Mexico, Spanish Flea, Tijuana Taxi, all of them sounds pretty much alike.
Is he still living?
Yes. Still around. He hanging in there. He put out a record a couple of years ago. Still around.
Well, one of my favorites he does is Numero Cinco, the one that goes dun 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 dun. I love that song. Yeah, and he did a song where he actually sings in it. This Guy's in Love with You.
Oh yeah. That's another thing too that's missing too. Besides the guitar players, there's not a lot of songwriters either. That songwriting skill, I think everybody's not good at that.
No, and they're just there's no people that's creative anymore. They can't think, because a lot. You remember when we was growing up, we played outside.
Yeah,
we played outside. We had nothing. We used our imaginations, and we played outside. These kids coming up today, they never play outside. They play behind a computer. And so there's no playing outside was very important because it was creative. You built things.
I told my wife when we was driving yesterday, we drove past this park. I told my wife, I said, man, people don't play basketball no more.
No.
The court was empty, man.
I'm not going to defend. I'm not going to defend when they play in computers. I'm not saying that it's good, but it's the same discussion we had when I was young. But then the problem was video.
The video games.
No, not video games. Plainly sitting, watching movies, and at a video.
Yeah.
And it was a threat to culture. It was a threat to children to move when they're sitting around the television and watching video. And it was the same discussion in the 80s as it is today. But the techniques thing had changed.
Because it's given to them. If you want them to play outside, stop giving them phones and things like that so young. It's true. You're right.
All right, that's a good one. That makes sense. Yeah, big time.
Yeah,
oh yeah, definitely.
Agree.
And I remember back in the day when I would play outside with my friends, we'd be out till past 8 o'clock. We
Yeah.
come home and everything.
Yeah.
That was
Yep.
fun. And we used to do something that I don't know if any other kids have ever did this. We used to play hide and go seek around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And the best nights when your neighbors had barbecues, because we'd run in our backyards, we'd come out with a hamburger or a chicken leg or something. Hey, go hide at that house. They got some good shit going on in the backyard.
Yep.
Go over there, come out with a hot dog or something, you know?
Yeah, I did. I think I played all the sports. I played baseball, basketball, football outside. It used to be fun just to do anything. We do
And I
tag or
remember,
whatever.
hey, Roger, how you doing, man? Nice to see you.
Stripped
All right,
out
that's
how
Roger
stuff
got to
is
say.
now.
The
It's so
problem with
different.
being
It's just so
outside
different.
is it makes it hard to see the screen when it's too sunny. True.
Yeah, everything is so different now too. And then I think back then too.
But what I'm saying is, when you went outside and played, there was nothing. The whole world was your backdrop, and you would have to create your day.
Yep.
Whether it was climbing a tree, building
Yeah.
something. How many
Jumping.
kids today you see climb a tree?
Zero.
Because I would get hurt, you know. I may get hurt. That's the whole idea of life.
No, they'll be like this. They'll do the chat GBT. Hey, how do I climb this tree?
Yeah, true.
It was an extremely funny sight when I was. It was extremely funny sight years ago when I was taking my first COVID vaccine shot, and I was after doing that I was supposed to sit 15 minutes and wait like every other, and there were people sitting in a row at the chairs in front of the wall. Everybody, old guys as young guys, no exception, was sitting at the phones. Yeah. And I was thinking, no, I'm not like that. So I put my phone down. The only guy was sitting.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, people don't. They have no social skills.
That's the number one thing.
There's no social skills. How does anybody talk to anybody without a phone? Can you just go down the street and just have a conversation with somebody without?
No, they got to text each other and they're right next to each other. Are you stupid? Come on.
It is that we've killed a whole generation.
Yeah.
And now these kids today, they're being it's just totally different. They hate their country. They hate anything. There's so much anger,
That. And then they talk fast, and it's almost like if they're on their phone and they're talking to you, it's like you're interrupting them. It's like they don't care what you're saying. Everything is short. It's like they don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to interact.
No. And look at us. We all stay humble. All of us here.
I'll tell you something else. How many people you see today even have a relationship with a girlfriend or anything else? They're not interested, and it's getting to the point that there's no babies being made. There's no babies. Because it's too expensive to have a family, and there's no babies being made. Anything else? Nobody's talking about that right now, but it's going to catch up in the future. Future generations.
Yeah.
As everybody out there can hear, there are no people here in this stream that is under the age of 30 here.
No,
exactly.
We've all passed that.
We're talking like we're 200 years old, each and every one of us.
I'm 63, so but it's experience, it's life experience, and these kids today, if you talk to them about life experience or about anything, they just laugh at you.
Well, 23. That's you're young and you're still a kid.
Well, you got an exception. You got some out there that's eager to learn too. You got a few. You'll get a few that's eager.
But I like the way I like the way you think, Aussie Obsessed. You're a great person. You seem like a good guy. I checked out your I checked out your YouTube channel. It looks good. I subscribe to you because it looks like you got some good Aussie entertainment on there to look at. So everybody, go follow Ozzy Osbourne Obsessed. He's got a great channel. It looks like. Yeah, he's got some good stuff there. You know what? And Ozzy, Ozzy. Yeah, I can. I'll just call you Ozzy anyway. You have a great attitude. Like, you know what life is like. You know what the older music that we love. That's the thing with today. I don't know any of these bebopper people, whatever music we have today.
I can mention a few bebopper person in jazz.
Yeah, well, that I know. But back in the day, we had the good shit. We had the good music. You know, we had everything that we could possibly want. And nowadays, now you look at all these other groups. I don't know half of them anyway.
I
Do
think
I care?
I'm going
Not
to
really.
admit that between 2004 and 2014, I had no desire discovering new music. I was so fed up with new metal and boy bands and all this pretty crap. So I lay off the new music. But after 2017, 18 maybe, I missed the times when I was searching for new music and discovered new music.
Yeah.
And I realized that there are great new music, even though they aren't on top 40. There are some great music out there that are made today, even though it isn't on the top chart.
Yeah, that was the cool thing about when I worked in the music store. When I started at Coconuts and I worked at Music Land, I ran my own store. Just interacting with different people, they were playing like different stuff, and I got into like a lot. Like, I've heard so many different artists, and I'm like, man, this is cool. You know, just people, you know, listen to what I liked, and then I listen to what they like. And it's tripped out because, like, in the 80s, I was listening to a lot of the MTV stuff, but then I liked rap music. But then I started working. I remember I was working at, before I worked at a music store, I used to work over in the Norwich area. And that's when I got into like the Stone Temple Pilots, Nirvana, Black Crows. Those were like groups I was hearing back then, and I was like, oh, these sound pretty good. What was this? And I ended up just started getting into that stuff. Then when I worked in the music store, that's when I was like, I had my mom, my grandmother liked it a lot, like the Rolling Stones, and, you know, growing up hearing a lot of different music. It was crazy.
Mhm.
My mom, when she was in college, she told me about the group Traffic. Like, I didn't even know who the hell was Traffic, Steve Winwood, and she turned me on to Traffic, Low Spark, High Heel, and I started listening to them, and it's tripped out. It's so much different music out there.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny the fact that I'm not going to listen to new music as much as when I listen to jazz.
I really don't, man. It got to be really good for me to really get into it, like the new
there
music.
are some really great DJs out there. There are some really great synth pop bands out there. I like British band Churches. I like there are a lot of great disc jockeys out there that I really like that have come out during these past years. Nessa Barrett, fantastic singer. Ava Max has done some really great stuff. There are great music out there, even though I still am listening to older stuff maybe more. But
Yeah,
that may be because they are released.
I like the older stuff for some reason,
They are
especially
released
the 90s stuff.
The
To me, I always
format
say the
is
90s was the peak of a lot of, as far as the rock stuff. I think that's the cutoff.
But I think mostly it's because the older stuff is released on physical formats. The newer stuff isn't.
I think that's Prince of Darkness, like complaining about the youth of today and talking about jazz. Hell yeah. And I like what Dark Wizard says. Well, we'll get into today's prog music and underground metal and rock. Get into other genres too that have someone I get exposed to. True.
Yeah, that's why I started when I was listening to a lot of music. I started just really branching, like a lot of the people I was working with. That's how I got into like that 4AD scene of the 80s. You got like the Dead Can Dance, the Cocteau Twins. I got into that. Susie and the Banshees, The Cure, which they're connected.
James,
Like,
I gotta take off, man. But
All right, Tim. Nice having
good
you.
talking to you, Tim, man.
Have a good day, guys.
Take
Yeah.
care, man.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I started
Denver
getting
was
into that
good.
Susie and the Banshees and all that. When I was listening, I was like, man, this just sounds cool. I was like, got into
Yeah.
that.
I like Paris Jackson's music. She's putting out she's MJ's daughter, but
Yeah, I know who that is.
is
Yeah.
a completely different artist with her own style. Well, that's a good thing. And Obsessed, I'm just going to call you Obsessed. If you want to come join the panel and talk Aussie with us and whatever we're talking about, I can put the link out for you.
did pick up what you call this album too. I forgot to show you. I did pick that up. I ordered it online. The Madonna album. Actually, the album's actually pretty good. I was shocked. I was surprised.
I assume you're talking about Confessions too.
It's good. I was shocked.
I listened to some small.
I was just like, huh? Me and my wife was like, damn, this shit is good.
I listened to some small parts of it, the singles. I
gotta make this one. I gotta see this up close.
It was actually better than what I was like. Because first I was like, I don't know, but when I listened to it straight through. It's pretty good. It had the dance. It's like the dance disco-y type of. It's a good companion to the first one.
I haven't heard this one. I've only heard small portions of the singles, but I love the first one. Is by far the only good stuff Madonna has done since Ray of Light.
This was dope.
Yeah, that one is the only Madonna album.
This is good. I like this. I remember when this came out, I was like, damn.
It's the only good Madonna album after 2000.
I loved it. Madonna keeps proving why she's queen of pop. Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah, it's good.
From what I've heard from what I heard from Confessions too, it is a step in the right direction. I'm missing some melodies that the little I've heard is she relies a lot on sound and the beat, but hasn't made that much of melodies, and I can maybe feel a bit that is a little bit lazy from the woman who has been seen as an icon that is starting her trends to do a part 2 of an already existing album, but it is a far better judging from what she has done during the 2000s and forward, it is a step in the right direction, definitely.
Yeah, so I got I got a few of her. I don't have everything. I need to get those earlier records though.
I've heard some. I have heard Hard Candy or stuff like that. I thought it was extremely crappy.
I didn't like that album. I passed on that one. I hate that record.
All of her work with Merve, the French producer that made
Hard Candy came after Confessions, I think.
Yeah.
I like him. I like the other one. I saw her on that tour. That was my first time seeing Madonna on the MDNA album. I like that record.
It wasn't my style. Those when she did American Life and when she did that extremely horrible Bond soundtrack. I think that was when she did with Justin Timberlake 4 minutes. I thought that was extremely bad.
Yeah, I remember that one. And
all of this is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, music came after Ray of Light.
Yeah, it was an effort. It has some good moments, but it is far from a perfect album.
I like that one. I love Bedtime Story. I like that when she hooked up with Bjork. I like that record.
That Bedtime Stories is fantastic when she had Dallas Austin as a producer.
Yes, and the one before it, I think that's the Dark Sheep to me. Erotica. I like Erotica.
Yeah, Shep Pettibone, among others.
Erotica's dope. That one there. That to me is so
extremely underrated album.
And then the one before that was okay too. Like a Prayer. I think Like a Prayer is before that one, if I'm not mistaken.
I had that on cassette.
But I think that William Orbit Ray of Light album is.
That's to me that one. I rank real high. That one, I do got that one. You know, I have all those. I'm a Madonna.
80s and 90s were her best album eras, in my opinion.
I agree. I couldn't agree more.
This one, I say that I have ranked this one real high. I remember this was different.
William Orbit has done a magnificent production. I think Frozen is one of the best songs.
And you know what's so funny about this record? This record never went to number one. Never. In the US, it debuted number 2. You know what was the number 1 album when this came out?
What?
The Titanic.
Wow.
Celine Dion's Titanic. I remember this when it came out. I was sworn it was going to be number 1, but the Titanic song was that made that album, and this one debuted like number 2.
It was like that in Sweden also. Celine Dion.
That the Titanic was big.
I remember the one song that Madonna did with that my sister and I liked, where she has the song
Underrated.
with
Underrated.
Give Me Man After Midnight in the background when she used samples from that one.
Hang Up.
Yeah, I like that song.
That was on a Confession on Dance Floor 1.
Yeah, that's a good song.
You know what song I like off of that too? Hang Up is good. Jump was the one that was big. I remember when Jump came out. Man, like in Japan, all over the world, everybody was playing that. That was big.
And Jump. You know the Swedish connection with
oh yeah, Janet Jackson. If you're talking about Janet,
I like Janet.
I love Janet Jackson. At least most part of it.
My all-time favorite Janet Jackson album is Control.
Rhythm Nation.
I agree with you on that one. Rhythm Nation. I'm more Rhythm Nation. Actually, I like what you call it. I got a few of her stuff. I ain't gonna show them all, but
you know what the connection with Ray of Light album in Sweden
I love
is?
This record too.
You know what the connection with Ray of Light album in Sweden is?
No.
Swedish director Jonas Åkerlund was directing all of Madonna's videos from that album.
Oh yeah.
That one is okay. It's a little weaker album.
I saw her on this tour. This is
I remember the Velvet Rope one. Yeah,
it was a little bit more. I have a hard time with that.
Janet, I say, is the better record between the two.
When she sampled that Big Yellow Cab song, I don't remember.
Oh, there's Rhythm Nation. Yeah,
that one is.
Rhythm Nation was big, man. She was almost, I could say when that came out, that was almost at that level of Michael Jackson. Because you remember when Michael Jackson always premiered his stuff?
Oh,
Janet was the shit.
Well, what's Rogers have to say? No joke. I have a friend who was a journalist and interviewed Madonna one time. Later, my friend was in a documentary as a Madonna expert, but he doesn't even care about her. He just got the assignment. Wow.
I have to say that Rhythm Nation and If, those are my favorite Janet Jackson album.
Yeah, If was probably my favorite too, man. That's off of Janet. Yeah.
Well, Control was the first Janet album I ever had.
Yeah, Control is good. But it's like I don't go back to that record a lot. I go back to Rhythm Nation because I remember when that came out, it was so polarizing. You know what I mean? When the TV and when she did.
Is that the one where she sings Escapade?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's from Rhythm Nation.
That was Escapade. That was like when I was like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great song, man.
But I have to actually confess that I got a hold of her album Unbreakable from 2015, and I was surprised over that it actually was a really, really good album still.
Oh, that's the one. I never picked that. You know what? I never picked that record up. It's expensive now. I'm mad because I didn't get it. That's the one. It's like the cover. It's like she got 2 different copies. She got with the eyes closed and the eyes open. I don't have that one.
I was surprised. I was thinking now this. I gave it a shot. I got it for a.
You know why it did good though, right? Because those 2 albums she did were garbage. Those 2 albums, that was the ones that was produced by Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, I got a copy.
Unbreakable had Jimmy Jam is on that one. They're on that one. That was like them reuniting with her.
I got a copy for I think it was $2 or $3, and I gave it a shot. I gave it a shot and see what it's like. And I was surprised that it actually was a lot better than I expected.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You like
I think Control is a great album, even though it doesn't reach the height of the later ones, in my opinion.
You like Bjork at all? Or is she too crazy for you?
I think Bjork has done some really, really great. I love Debut. I think Debut is a fantastic album. Yeah. And I like some songs here and there. She's done some really great songs. but at times she goes a little bit over my head. But I have a Bjork album. I think she has done some marvelous. She has done some
she's
marvelous.
good. I like
Army
Bjork.
of Me, a fantastic beat in Army of Me. Bachelorette, a fantastic
Yeah,
suggested
Bachelorette is
melody.
dope.
So I
Yeah, I like that record a lot. What was that, Homogenic? I got that one. I remember I bought that in when I went to my first trip to New York. I bought it when I was up there. Homogenic.
Play Dead that you did with David Arnold. That one is.
Oh yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
But that one isn't featured on a James Bond movie.
Yeah, that's like that's from a movie, isn't it?
Yep. And the voice that Bjork has in that song, she takes from.
Yeah, her album debut, Post. You talking about like a killer run, back-to-back records. So debut and Post is really good too.
Human Behavior, fantastic.
Oh yeah.
But then she has done some stuff that I really wonder what is she doing. I mean,
Dancer in the Dark.
It's also quiet when she tries to sing a big band.
Yeah, she got some records. You'd be like, what the heck? I got a lot of her stuff. I don't have everything. I think I'm missing one studio album. I got all the studio stuff from her. I think
it's also quiet when she tries to sing jazz. It doesn't fit her one bit.
No, but I think that's the thing what people like because it doesn't fit, but they were like, oh, it sounds okay when you when you drinking. Yeah, she's good. I like Bjork. Bjork's good. That's one artist I want to see in concert, but never. Her tickets are expensive too. She don't come to the States too much.
But you haven't heard her when she was in the band before that, Sugar Cubes?
Yeah, I like some of that stuff, like Motor Crash and stuff. I've heard some of that stuff. I don't have any of that stuff.
Regina is a great song. Hit is a great song.
And you know what's so funny? That debut isn't her first album. She put an album out in 1970 something. I don't have that record. You know that's not
1970.
In the 1970s, she recorded something. Yeah,
I've heard a couple of Marilyn Manson stuff. Do you like Marilyn Manson, guys?
I'm not into Marilyn Manson.
No. I found out something that I saw this movie. This was really weird movie called Dancer in the Dark.
Yeah, I got that. I have that. That's
Bjork starred in this 2000 film Dancer in the Dark, directed by Lars von Trier.
She got a song from the guy with Radiohead on there.
Oh yeah? Yeah, that was a strange film.
Yeah, that was a tripped out film. I got that record. I got a couple of shit. Bjork. Bjork got a lot of stuff.
Bjork started
her career with Dancing in the Dark by Bruce Springsteen.
Bjork started her career in '76 by singing a version of "I Love to Love," the Tina Charles song.
This one.
It's this one. But when she did those '70s songs, she was only around 8-9 years old.
I love that cover, how it's like pixelated.
Yeah, that's really cool. Is she German?
No, Iceland, man.
Oh, Icelandic. Okay.
Yeah, she got a lot of stuff. I got majority of her stuff. I don't have. I'm missing one album. What's the one? Biophilia. That's the one. I'm missing that one. I got everything else, the studio stuff.
So now that we're live together, Lavelle, now I can tell you. Sketches of Spain. Oh my God. What a short album, but I loved it. The first piece I heard, I said, oh, I heard this on the Real Jazz on Sirius XM. I said, I know this piece.
Yeah.
It was like fantastic.
I agree. It's a great album.
Yeah.
It just blew my mind.
It's the last modern album. That's the most modern album I want with Miles Davis.
So is it a who's cast of famous actors and actresses in the Odyssey?
Yeah, there's a lot of people in there. It was pretty good. It was good. My wife didn't like it at all. She was ready to go. She's not a fan of she's not a fan of Nolan. She only likes she liked Dark Knight and all those movies.
I love Christopher Nolan. Anything he does is amazing. I really want to see this film so bad. And I want to see Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah, I don't know about the Spider-Man. I don't know if I'm gonna catch that. I don't know.
I'm a Spider-Man fan, so I got to go watch in the theater.
So am I, but I prefer to read the comics instead of watching those eternal Marvel Universe movies.
And it has to do something with a connection to the new Avengers Doomsday, which is coming out soon.
Spider-Man was a member of Adventures.
Yeah, that one I might check out. That one is interesting.
But Spider-Man was a member of Avengers at the time, so it shouldn't surprise me.
But I want to see the Spider-Man movie first because it connects to that film too. So
Yeah,
if
check out
there's a
the Odyssey,
connection,
though. I think
I
you
gotta
might
do
like
it
man.
right the first
Odyssey,
time.
it's long though. It's long. It's a long movie. It's good though, but it's long.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see the Odyssey. It looks really good. Because I have a crush. I have a crush on Zendaya. I think she's hot.
Yeah, she's in there.
Yeah,
It's a lot of people in there.
Tom Holland's in it too, who plays Spider-Man. He's in it.
He was pretty good. I liked him in there. He was good. Matt Damon's always been good to me. He's always been a good actor to me. Talented Mr. Ripley has sold me on him.
Matt Damon.
I haven't
Talented Mr. Ripley to me is still his best.
Oh yeah, that's a great movie.
The last Spider-Man movie I watched was with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, that'd probably be my cutoff right there. I like Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that those movies follow the comics.
Even though he wasn't athletic as old boy Tom Holland and them, but his acting, they kind of made up for it.
But then they have made they changed the origin story 10 million times after with each movie after that. So then I felt like no,
stop being interested.
Yeah. Well, folks, we've been going for 3 hours. This is a great stream today. I had a feeling something great was going to happen with this stream today. I asked the Lord to help me have a good stream today, and look, He brought all my favorite people here on the panel with me. This was just gangbusters for me today. I had a great time. But stick backstage because I'm going to show you guys something on YouTube that's going to blow your jazzy minds. All right. So thank you everyone for being here today, and we'll be back next Sunday to do it all for you again. I don't know what the theme will be yet. I still have a week to think about it. And so, as I say on my channel, Beatles forever. See you on the next one. Bye for now. Bye-bye. And we're going to end the stream. And are we out?